Happy Thursday. I'm doing my typical running around trying to get everything done. Hello, everybody. Sparkle Hunters, Starbright Collect. I went in and watched your show. You have fantastic jewelry, Starbright Collect. Beautiful stuff. Hey, Val and Poppy Rose Jewelry and Whatever Bees and Janet Loves to Shop. Let me open this up on my computer. That might be all the people I see at the moment. Okay. Let's turn this off and make sure that everyone can hear me okay. So I see you there, Val. Can you hear me okay? Everything good with that in that part of the world in terms of, hold on, I got to turn on my overhead light. Come on already. Don't do this to me. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, here we are on a Thursday night. My husband just made me an incredible burger off the grill and some homemade French fries. Any of you out there use what's it called? It's like is it an air fryer? It's like you can cook food in it. It's like more healthy. So he made French fries in there. It was pretty darn good. So of course I was rushing there to the end to do that. So yeah, somebody say hello. So I know this is actually welcome in Miss Muffet. I have to just say it just makes me want to say the nursery rhyme. You probably know that. Everyone probably says that to you. Geraldine's Jewelry Box. And then Jalen. Good to see you, Jalen. Nice to see you again. Okay. Well, somebody give me a thumbs up that you can hear okay. Everything's good. Not sure why I'm seeing stuff on the computer. Hello, anybody? Just somebody say, yes, we can hear you. All is good in the world of hearing curry. We are also going to, as we look at amazing, beautiful, natural stone jewelry, we're going to try to solve some Wheel of Fortune puzzles, except we're not actually going to. Thank you, Jalen. That's all I needed was somebody. Cool beans. All right. But we are going to work on some Wheel of Fortune puzzles. I love doing these. They're not actually going to be, I have to put that, what is the best way to do it? I don't know if having it upright's good. Give me a second to maneuver this. Because I'm not sure that'll work, because once I show jewelry, it's going to get knocked over. Maybe, honestly, the best thing to do is for me just to go like this, and then I can still lay out, put in my neck thing. Hello, people coming over from YouTube. And I appreciate you coming in on a Thursday night. As you saw in the title, and as you see before you, I'm going to be doing all stunning, gorgeous, beautiful, natural stone jewelry. I try not to bring much faceted jewelry. Mostly this is like, polished stone and the like, and jewelry, somewhat faceted. I mean, my gosh, this has been cut out into a leaf, but you get what I'm saying. Not like big gemstones or anything like that. Although most of these natural stones are considered semi-precious gemstones. The only precious gemstones, everyone tell me in the chat if you know what they are. There's 3. What are the 3 precious gemstones that exist? Let's see if anybody knows it. Okay, Miss Muffet, what's your actual name? So I won't have, I can call you Miss Muffet, but I can also add you to my little list. So anytime I see your name, then I can call you by your real name. Athleen, I love that. I love unique names. I have a unique name. Thank you much. Miss Muffet. And that's got 2 F's and 2 T's. Excellent. Okay. So my name is Curry and I'm with Cherish Relics Boutique. I do part-time sales here on District. I've been doing it for, over a year. I took a couple month hiatus break and now I'm back at things. And I also do sales on eBay. So I have an eBay store under the same name, Cherish Relics Boutique. And then I also have a YouTube channel. And I was so excited because I just posted a video the other day and I was begging my followers to just a few people or that hadn't followed me yet to follow me because I was trying to get above 900 and it took like forever to get like 10 followers to get above 900. So now I'm like 905 or something like that, maybe 904. But if you don't follow me and you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, definitely worth checking out if you like unboxings, unjarrings of jewelry, if you like to see jewelry hauls. And I am no expert at all. I am just somebody who loves jewelry, who's learned a lot from watching others who know what they're doing. So I have to give all the credit to most other people. And then it just drives you to want to learn more. And then you buy the right tools and the things in order to positively and correctly identify things. Because when you're selling, you need to make sure that what you're offering is, in fact, what you're saying it is. So that's kind of been the drive of kind of learning the things I know about jewelry. I did start off in the antique world. I had a couple antique booths and I closed them. And eventually I kind of got more focused on jewelry because I just loved that it took up less space. Okay, so the three you have precious and semi-precious gemstones. The three precious gemstones are emerald, ruby, and sapphire. Those are the three. And then all the other, are considered semi-precious, like topaz and amethyst and aquamarine and all that sort of thing. Now, we're not going to see a lot of those type things tonight. We will see a lot of amethyst because amethyst is a type of quartz, but there are some gemstones we won't see tonight because they're not really used in jewelry necessarily like natural stone rock, polished rock kind of versions. So okay, so all that being said, I am going to do a giveaway like I did last time. I have two little necklaces here that, those people that, buy something every time I kind of write their name down on their baggie. I also write their name down on a little piece of paper. And then maybe halfway through, I'll draw a name. And so if you bought three things in the first half, then I'll, your name will go in there three times. If you bought one thing, your name will go in there once. But eventually we're going to pick those people, and then I'll draw again at the end. So and you'll get to whoever's name gets drawn, they get to pick first. So one of the giveaways I'm going to do tonight is just this kind of antique bronzy dainty kind of Y necklace. It's definitely here is, a tiger's eye, which is a type of quartz. And I checked to see if this was quartz. They look like teeny little scarabs. They're like, have little, they've been carved, but it just registers as glass. Look at the beautiful little emblem there. It's got some little wire wrapping and a cute little flower and dangles at the bottom. So it's not sterling silver or anything, but a very cute necklace. And it is probably about 16 inches. Let me get my ruler out and I can tell you. Yes, 16 inches. And I don't know if my friend Dee is in here, but she actually won both giveaways last week, which is crazy because there are plenty of other people that bought. She just happened to get her name picked on each half. The other giveaway is this necklace. It's not sterling silver. It's just silver tone. We've got a little toggle there. These are natural pearls that are linked together, coming down to possibly aquamarine. And then I believe that is, I don't know if that's nephrite jade or if that's just like a type of quartz that's green. I don't know. I haven't checked it, but anyways, so a nice short dainty necklace there as well. And so that's what's going on. So My gem tester is on the fritz. It's right over there on the table because the pen on my Presidium has stopped functioning. And tell me if this has ever happened to you in your Presidium, but this is going to be now the third pen that I'm going to need to get. But at some point, when you turn on your Presidium, what it does is it just shoots all the way up to diamond, and it stays there. No matter what you do, it just stays there, which means you can't use the gem tester. And I feel like it's a big scam. I feel like they make these pens so they only last so long, and then you're like forced to buy a new one because at some point the pen just malfunctions, and they know it, you know. I have a $35 cheap gem tester here I bought way at the beginning of jewelry learning, and it has never failed. It has never stopped working except to replace batteries. I haven't had to replace the end thing, and the concept of it's the same. It's heat that goes through a copper tip, determining how fast heat goes through those stones. And that cost me what, $35, $40? But that darn Presidium over there, annoying. You see it right there sitting on the table. I have my other show below it, so ignore all that. But yeah, annoying. That cost me about $250, and now more than that because I've bought additional pens. So very frustrating. Okay, I'm going to put those to the side, and I think we're going to get going. I have no idea oh, here it is. So this one is 16 inches as well, because I think that's what the other one was. So I'll put them off to the side. And in the background, this is just going to be periodically going, but we are going to be trying to solve, basically a Wheel of Fortune puzzle. Now, this puzzle had too many letters, so I made a final row right here. And so, I'll just, whether it's someone who wins an auction or I just say, hey, somebody give me a letter, and then I just need someone to put a letter in the comments. So somebody give me a letter that I can add to my Wheel of Fortune here so we can try to start solving it. And I've had lots of people, we play these games all the time, and they love playing them in the background. So somebody give me a letter, and I will add that. And let me pull up my first listing, and here we go. I think what I'm going to do is maybe start off with, what do I want to start with? Maybe I'll start off with a buyer's choice here. Let me get a little board here that I put stuff on so that there's not too much going on. And we can do it that way. So let me pull that up and we will start. Now, these two necklaces, neither of them are sterling silver. So just know that, but they're still lovely and they still have authentic gemstones. Nobody wants to give me a letter? Come on, everyone. Help me, help me, help me. I need your help. Or we just won't do the game, which is fine. We just won't do it. But some people like to play it. All right. So we have two necklaces here. This is most likely a type of jasper. And this red stone actually came up as a gemstone. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it could be a garnet, but it's not burgundy enough. And it definitely isn't a ruby. And it doesn't look like red jasper either. So I'm honestly not sure, but it's not glass. I believe that these are white, just like a white quartz. And we've got about 1.5 inches of a extender. And again, it's not sterling silver, but a very nice, simple necklace looking like that. And it is approximately 18 inches, not including that pendant that hangs down. And then I have a tiger's eye necklace here. These are called chips, and they're all different shapes and sizes. And sometimes the chips can be smaller than other times, but these are kind of pretty standard sized chips that are used in jewelry. You'll see them in lots tonight. And this gemstone is, in fact, many of you know, called it's called tiger's eye. And tiger's eye is a type of quartz. So if I use my gem tester on it and to authenticate it and know that it is in fact that, I'm always looking for the gem tester to go up to the quartz area. So this has got a twisting barrel clasp clasp, and we're looking at just short of 18 inches as well. We've got that little dangle there at the bottom, not sterling silver, but very nice necklaces nonetheless. And so, actually, I'm going to move this to 7, I think. And I'm going to start this auction, and it's buyer's choice, so you can just pick. And I'm starting that. Can somebody give me a letter? There's several of y'all in here. No one wants to play my Wheel of Fortune puzzle in the background. Well, I may just go ahead and put a vowel in then myself. Thank you, Vintage Girl Erin. That's awesome. I'm all about it. Putting in the C. And thank you for looking at those, guys. All right. And sorry, the last row had to go down to the bottom because we just ran out of space. So there's the first word. That just means there's a space. Second word, third word. Those are just spaces. Fourth word, fifth word, sixth word. So that's great. Someone else can throw out a letter, and I'll do that. And thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm going to also cross those letters out as we go. I'll put lines through it if they were in it, but I'll put X's through it if they're not in it. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now that all of the puzzles tonight that we're solving, they're all kind of related to fall in some way. There are either like phrases, figures of speech, a play on words, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, I'll do one more, and then I got to go do another. Sorry, did I do that? Darn it, I screwed up. So this was supposed to go here. And this is not, in fact, there. So ignore that one. Hold on. I'm just going to tell you what it is because I can't correct it. And I'm going to tell you what that one is. So now you know we have a G and we also have a T. There you go. That's all I got. Now I'm going to bring up some jewelry. Okay. Next, I think I'm going to do maybe this gorgeous necklace right here. Okay. This is a sterling silver necklace. Let's see if this will let me do this. I have to turn it to the side a little. So we've got a whole bunch of, agates and, some jaspers probably, some quartz, a lot of different ones. I could show you a list of all the different jaspers that exist, which is a type of quartz. It would blow your mind. Oh my gosh, there's like 40 I'd see on a chart, and I do not have them all memorized, but they are all natural stones. Some could even be jade. A few of them kind of looked like jade to me. But because sometimes jadeite at least has little, not jadeite, nephrite jade has little black flecks. These are sterling silver findings. So we've got a very interesting clasp there. This is a 2-strand necklace that comes down. And all of these little pieces in here are also sterling. And so a gorgeous 2-strand necklace. Let me pull it up in my thing. Real quick. That is going to drive me nuts. Right there. And this has a $38 start. Hey, Val, how are you? Got to give me a letter, girl. And I'm starting the auction now. It's an 18-inch at the lowest of the 2 layers. Beautiful color in these. First of all, beautiful fall colors, but I love natural stones. It just definitely is the kind of jewelry that I tend to, move towards. Okay, this is not good if every 2 seconds I lose my friggin' pen. Here it is. A was a big one. I think that's all of them. So there you go. Thanks for looking at that. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to get a big tub, and as we finish these, I'm going to take them out of here, because otherwise I'm never going to be able to find things. Give me a second. And then I can also kind of get an idea of how we're coming here. Okay, and then if anyone ever decides that they think they know the puzzle, all you have to say is, I'd like to solve, which I think currently now on Wheel of Fortune, I think it's the guy from American Idol. I think he also does the current Wheel of Fortune. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to do a buyer's choice here with some dainty, cute little earrings. And these are a gold filled and a sterling silver earring. And for sterling silver or gold filled with natural stones, these are going to be a $7 star. All right. So we have here, if you look really close, I'm not going to be able to get it close enough for you to see it, but it does have marks on its hook that say 1/20th 14 karat gold filled, either 14 karat or 12 karat. So we've got some, carved little leaves there. Wouldn't surprise me if that's, either onyx or tourmaline hanging from that. So those are cute, cute little earrings. And I don't actually know what gemstone this is. It does come up. It's not glass, that's for sure. The hooks are sterling silver. Hey there, Pam, as well as the beads. And these earrings are kind of cool because it's almost kind of ombre. Like it's got starting more like a kind of a corally red, moving to like a deep red, and then moving to like a pink kind of red. So anyways, it's buyer's choice on one of those two earrings, $7, and you would get to pick. So lovely earrings for anyone interested in those. Hey, and Pam, look at my puzzle in the back here in a second and see if you want to give me a letter. It's a fall phrase. We got 2 seconds left. And thank you for looking. Okay. All right. I don't know where I want to put this every time. Yeah, I'll put it there. Y'all are quiet tonight. Okay, I'll have to make enough noise for all of us. All right. How about I bring out one of these like ridiculously crazy big pendants that I have? I have a lapis lazuli pendant here. Huge, big, heavy, beautiful. Now, for those of you who are sort of new to jewelry and you sometimes just look at a stone and you're like, I don't know what stone that is. It looks the same as all the other blue stones. Well, one way that you can identify lapis lazuli in comparison to, like, let's say, sodalite. I'm going to have to turn that away, that ring light, because it is going to just shine in an annoying way. But you can see little gold flecks in there. So if I was looking under my loupe, you can even see it here in my, little magnifier, okay? Versus something like a sodalite, which this is an example of sodalite. And this is this particular sodalite has more white in it, but a lot of times sodalite can look pretty darn blue. And sometimes you can't really tell by the naked eye until you look super close up. So this is, in fact, a lapis lazuli huge pendant. It's probably, including the bail, about 2 3/4 inches. A beautiful stone. It is sterling silver. And I'm going to bring this to auction. Now I have a $32 start on this very large pendant. So if any of you have like necklaces, like thicker necklaces that you like to switch out pendants on, or you have like any of those torques, which are like those, metal necklaces that just kind of are a solid piece of kind of wire that could just go around your neck, these look great on it. Okay. I don't have a physical torque with me here right now, but I'm going to start that auction. All lapis lazuli, beautiful natural stone, sterling silver, and we're letting that run. Pam, if you're there, give me a letter for that puzzle behind. It's related to fall. And I'll put this back here so it stays not blurry. Okay, thank you for looking at that. Let me keep going here. How about I do, I think I'm going to do this caged, whether it's, different types of quartz, or these could be agates. They're all natural stone. It's just got gold tone, wire wrapping around each stone, and that's how it's held in place. And this is called caged. These have been wire caged. That's the way that it was made. And it does have a vintage spring ring clasp here somewhere. Where is it? Right there. And I believe that this is an 18-inch necklace. Okay. So we've got amethyst there. That's looking like garnet to me. That's probably onyx. Onyx can have little bits of white in it, and that's also a type of quartz. Probably carnelian is in here. We've got clear quartz. This is probably aventurine, which is a type of quartz as well. Lots of different ones. So super pretty. So let me pull that up. I actually sold a caged bracelet at my sale the other night, but it was a silver tone one. But this is a super pretty necklace. And I'm going to move it to stage right now. Where did it go? I need someone to talk to me. I'm feeling lonely out here, guys. Where is my caged necklace? I literally just had it. Oh, it's already on the stage. Duh. Okay, I'm starting the auction now. So there you go. All natural stones, and it's about 18 inches, like I said. Hey, how are you, Mel? Thank you for a letter. Woohoo for Mel. Yay, Mel gets points. So we've got 5 seconds left on that, and L is a good one, I tell you. Is related to something related to like fall. I think that is all of the L's. So it comes here, and then we also have one more row. So you guys can keep pondering on that while I move on to something else. I want to try to move quickly so I can get done in time for my friend who's got a show at 9, Miss Kathy. So let's do this beautiful set. This actually is a set that comes with earrings. Now, the actual necklace itself, I don't know if it's artisan made or not, because it definitely has a very vintage clasp on it. The vintage clasp is actually marked on the back, 14/20, which stands for 14 karat gold. But I mean, I'm not used to seeing that in a white gold, but when you look at it close up, it looks like worn off. Like I feel like it's fake because, that's not the way usually, you're going to have, it just looks like it's peeled off. So, that's why I'm thinking this could have been an old clasp that someone used. But we've got basically 3 strands in these alternating beautiful, different colors of lilac natural pearls. And then these are like It's, if you look in the light, it's hard to see, but it's like a smoky topaz, faceted stones that are popped in there with some alternating little bar links in the sword. It comes down to a little O down here, right there, and then it loops back around the other side. So I'm going to put it on the neck here, but then I'm going to show you the earrings that I'm going to sell with it. I think this necklace is super unique and pretty. I love it. Okay. So the earrings that I'm going to put with it are actually sterling silver. Okay. And you can see it's that smoky topaz in color. And although those are, pear shaped and these are rectangular shaped, I'm still going to put it with it because it's the perfect match. So loving that necklace, all natural pearl, all smoky topaz, not sterling silver except on the earrings. Yes, Val, you got it. Leaves are falling, autumn is calling. Good job. I know you guys' brains are all processing in the background. Ooh, I forgot to put an N. I messed up. 2 N's I forgot. I fell down on my job, but good job there. Okay, we'll start another one in a second. We're going to give ourselves a break from that. So anyways, let me pull this up. I think I'm going to lower this to 25. I absolutely love this necklace. So the auction is going now, and you can see there, we've got all these beautiful lilac pearls. You can always tell when you have an authentic pearl because you can lightly kind of rub them together and it'll give you a little bit of grittiness. Okay. A very pretty set. So thanks for looking at that. Okay. I actually might put that right back there. I wasn't going to put everything back because then I can't get the other stuff out. So we will keep going. I think what I'm going to do is grab one of these Mongo necklaces that is just oh my goodness, like this is so heavy, and I'm not normally putting the weights of these items in the description, but on the super heavy ones I am, because I want you to realize how significant they are. So this particular necklace, sorry, I'm finding it, all of those beads are like, did I not write it in 20 millimeter beads? They are all jasper, different types of jasper. Look at all the beautiful colors. I got to get you to look literally close up, like just stunning. Now look at those cool box wrapped, like it looks like paper. It looks like it was like paper that was folded to make a little box, kind of like origami, but those boxes are sterling. And there's another one there at the bottom. So this is just a really unique necklace. The clasp, however, is not sterling. Not sure why someone would have put a non-sterling clasp when everything else is kind of top notch. It's not knotted or anything in between. A lot of times you can get things like this that are knotted, but it is strung very well and it hangs very well. It's not like a hang that you feel like, it's like crimped or bent in any sort of funky way. So I love this necklace, and I especially love these really unique sterling silver beads that are on there. So I'm going to start the auction right now on that. Might bring it a little closer so you guys can check it out. All the great colors. Aren't those little sterling silver little box beads super cool? Loveliness. Lovely, lovely. Okay, well, thank you for looking at that. Okay. So I'm going to put another puzzle up here. Again, it's related to fall. So if someone wants, I'm going to just put this up towards the front. If somebody wants to throw out a letter, I can write that down for us and we can move along. I think I think I'm actually gonna do I got everything done in my listings tonight except a handful of small pendants and a handful of rings, some pretty extraordinary rings. I don't think I'm going to do them right now this second, but I'm going to come to them soon, and I will have to do the listing when we do that. So how about we do another buyer's choice? I think I'm going to do these really ethnic looking earrings. They are not sterling silver, but you know, I think one of them is like it isn't marked Mexico, but I think it's like a you know, maybe like alpaca or something. It's just not marked. Or it could be from like, I know they make a lot of jewelry like this out, by where, Mount Everest is, the Himalayas or whatever. But that is, in fact, inlaid lapis lazuli. It comes down to a little dangle there. The hooks are more modern and they're not sterling silver. Okay. But still a really unique and interesting earring. So that's one of the options. Okay. And I know that that's lapis lazuli because it's got flecks in it. And then this earring here has a dangle, and those are pieces of amethyst with filigree caps, and they're on like very large kidney wires. And then someone put a hook on it in addition, which I guess is a way to do it. Normally the earring, these go this way, but okay, whatever's working for them, that's fine. And then these last earrings, I know that, where's my brain? Amber is not a type of gemstone officially, but I just had to put them in here. These are amber earrings and very old, just because they kind of went with the ethnic look. So we'll just have to accept it this time. A little bit of non gemstone item there. So these, I think they're significant. I especially love these ones I have in my hand. So I'm going to show you, for those of you that are not familiar, one way that you can tell when something is amber is under black light. It's going to give us a really milky, and there we go. And I'm going to have to turn the light off because you're not going to be able to see it. But amber, when you shine it under a black light, it completely will like change to like a yellowish color, or a sometimes like a light green. But those are in fact amber, and they're super old. Really, really unique earring, and pretty heavy at that thought. So none of those are sterling silver, but they're all beautiful. Okay. So this is going to be a $14 start. I think definitely the amber ones are my favorite for sure. Welcome in, Bear. And I'm going to start the auction now. So it's a buyer's choice for any of those three earrings. Now they're longer earrings. This, when you're hanging it is almost a 3.5-inch hang. And same thing, these are probably about 3.25. Oh no, they're 3.5. Loving the amber ones. Look how cool. And look at the detail down here on this hanging part. It's got all that texture and stuff. So I love those earrings. So thanks for looking at those. All right. Does anyone want to throw out a letter for me and we can start this next puzzle? I'm going to pull out this little necklace. This is not sterling silver. It's a little chakra, like all the different colors for like healing or whatever. And it's got a fake 925 necklace on it, which is so annoying because, literally. Okay, hold on. I can't tell you how often you're going to get things marked with 925 and they are not. So those of you who are new to jewelry, just realize that just because it says 925 does not mean it is. So I've acid tested this, and I was suspicious that it wasn't sterling, because it actually didn't have a mark on the lobster claw clasp either. And the aging on that snake chain just didn't look right. So it is not sterling, and either is the bail on that. These are all natural stones, but it looks sterling. Like this one definitely looks sterling. So anyways, I'm going to run that. They call it a chakra energy pendant. So it's got amethyst, lapis lazuli. It's got just like a regular quartz. That's probably aventurine. That's tiger's eye. I'm guessing that's probably red jasper. And then the last one is hematite. So there you go. Thank you for looking at that. W, I'm on it. Thank you, Bear. I'm writing you here. What's your first name, Bear? So I can call you by if you want to share. It's just easy for me to call you by then I feel like I know you. Let me add W. So again, these are fall related. I gotta look at my little thing here. Ooh, we actually do have a W. Excellent. Okay. And I think that's the only one. So like I said, these are all fall related kind of puzzles we're solving, or like a play on words with fall. Oh, your name is Amber. Perfect. Amber came in right when we were looking at amber on the earrings. Very good. Okay, so let's keep plugging along here. I think maybe, maybe I can do a little like buyer's choice with a whole bunch of small pendants. So I have some really lovely ones over here. Haha, I hear my name a lot in these groups. I'm sure you do. And when I go to like a cooking thing, because my first name's Curry, sometimes I'll hear my name a lot, but I don't actually like curry, the flavor or whatever of spice. So I'm not going to do all of these, but I am going to pull out some of the littler ones, and we can maybe do a buyer's choice. But there's some really nice natural stone pendants here, along with some shell, mother of pearl, and abalone, which abalone is no longer allowed to be used in harvesting of jewelry. So it, like here's a little abalone sterling silver heart. This is going to be harder and harder to find. And I believe this has marks from Mexico on the back. I don't know if you can hold on. I just can't get it any closer, but I might have to look on my loop. So it says Mexico 925, and then it says something before it, but I don't think it's alpaca unless it's written like the opposite way. So we have that little pendant there. Okay. And none of these are all really the same value. So because I know that some of those are worth a lot more money, but we can run this little guy, just a pendant only. I'm going to add it to create a listing for it real quick. Come on, buddy. And it's probably with the actual, bail that's on it, it's about an inch. Okay. Oh, sorry. I got to charge this. And like I said, it's going to get harder and harder to find those, abalone in general. So I think I'm going to offer that for, I think I'll offer that for $9. All sterling silver, made in Mexico. And we're going to Oh, no, we're going to add it to the stream. And if you have your own chain at home, then that's a good one. So I'm starting the auction now. Hi there. How are you, Lori? Good to see you. So a teeny little made in Mexico 925 abalone, heart. Very pretty. Love all the colors in it. Obviously not symmetrical in any way because it's just the natural things that come inside of a shell. So lovely. Okay. I'm going to actually put that back there. But maybe there's some medium-sized pendants here that I can kind of put in there as like a buyer's choice. That, trying to think what I want to put with what. Okay, I think I'll offer those three. So this pendant is, I believe that's, let me turn on. I'm not sure what gemstone that one is. It's not carnelian, and it's not registering as a type of quartz. So I'm not sure, but I do get movement, so it's not plain glass. But you can see there's some nice little added details on there. Inlaid, not inlaid, I'm sorry, bezel set, and rectangular shape there. We do have marks for sterling on the back. And I'm going to have to look under my loop to see what that actually says. It's hard to read it. Oh, it's got a bear with an R and a B. Does anyone recognize that? And it says 925. It's really hard to see it, but if any, there you can kind of see it. It's like a bear. Okay. So you got that one. This is most likely, it definitely has hints of pink there, so it's most likely a rose quartz. Yes, there you go. And then the stone above it, I believe is, I actually had a necklace for this in my last sale. I think it's called Rhoda something. I got it on a sheet of paper here. It's called rhodonite. That's what I believe it is. But that one is sort of reticulating. You can see it moves a little bit. We've got some nice little kind of, I don't know, I call that embossed. I don't know. It looks like kind of designs that are lifted away up above. It's not like etched where you're carving into it. Okay. But that's a super pretty pendant. And again, that's looking right at about 2¼ inches. So similar in length, maybe a little longer than that other one. And then this last one I'm going to kind of put in the group is, this is actually lapis lazuli, but it's a really light version of lapis lazuli. There are, in fact, little gold flecks in there that I can see under my loop, but usually lapis is not that light. But it definitely has flecks in there, and you can definitely get variety for sure. So again, this is reticulating, and we've got marks for hallmarks and the like on the back. This says HP, as well as marks for sterling right above it. And then it's an interesting bail, kind of, attached to that top portion of that. So look, it's got like those little teeth prongs in that bezel set. So that's really lovely as well. So it's going to be a buyer's choice between one of those three pendants. So I need to create a listing real quick. If y'all give me 1 second. Most of the listings I made tonight, don't worry, they're in the store. But there's a few things, one being pendants and the other being rings, that I didn't get to. So let me take a picture of this real quick. And I'm going to just use my Google Lens so I can get a little feel for what those might go for ish. Of course, I don't find the exact one. I got to turn my fan on. I'm dying. Running Bear Trading. Maybe that's what that bear was. Running Bear Trading, because there is another pendant in here. When I'm doing a Google Lens search, hold on. I'm going to come back to you. Exit without saving. We're going to come back to you. See, Running Bear Trading, I bet you it probably has that same little mark with the bear. Let's see if it shows its hallmark. There you go. That's exactly what's on the back of that one. Looks exactly like that. And so, yeah, that one is $158. Wow, pricey. And let's see how long this one is. And they're saying it's sponge coral. It seems too hard to be sponge coral. I've definitely seen some sponge coral in things. I don't even, oh, so that is teeny. So this is probably quite valuable. I might have to do a high starting bid on that. Okay, good to know. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Let me see about this one. So there's one similar. Native American Navajo sterling silver. I don't know what HP stands for, but honestly, it's going to have to be a pretty decent starting price on these. All right, so sorry for my gabbing. So I'm going to take that picture. And honestly, that could be worth over $100. So I'm going to, it's, you know, I'm going to, I can't go too low. I'm literally going to have like a $42 start. It might be too high for some people, but it is what it is. That's still far below what that could possibly be worth. Where did it go? All right, so there you go. That's the Running Bear Company. They're gorgeous, aren't they? That one just had marks for sterling on the bail, I believe. And then this had also some specific hallmarks. They're lovely. So thank you for taking a look at those. And we can come back to these other ones a little bit later. I want to move on to some other items. So I have some really cool sets here. Oh, actually, I'll let someone give me another letter working on our puzzle. And then we're going to do a whole bunch of buyer's choice where these are some natural stone necklace sets that come with earrings. So we'll do that next. So any letter would be fine. And if y'all don't pick one, I'll just pick one. I'm on it, Mel. I'm on it. All right. Y'all have good instincts on what letters to pick, I tell you. That's all we got. Someone give me another letter. Again, this is kind of a fall play on words, fall phrases, anything kind of related to fall. Got it. S. Yep, some good guesses. Wow, look at that. Oh, no. Okay. This is not here. There's not even a space there. It's just not. So it's only 4 letters. So we've got that. Blank, blank, dun, dun. There you go. So you can keep pondering that. And I'm going to get these necklaces out. I'm going to pull them up real quick. So these are going to be a buyer's choice of $9. Try to get price points kind of all over the place. And they're all natural stone with matching earrings, but they're not sterling silver. So just know that. Okay. So this first lovely set here uses a whole bunch of really teeny seed beads, as you see there. We've got an extender on there that says nickel free, made in the USA, with a shiny silver tone lobster claw clasp. It comes down here to faceted glass beads. I'm pretty sure they're not quartz. So really, the only actual natural stones on here are, in fact, are pearls. Those green things are pearls. And then these kind of, I don't know if that's an ocean jasper, but some type of jasper, I believe, down there at the bottom. I'm going to look at it close up. It's very interesting because it almost looks painted. That can't be right. Maybe it's just the way it kind of is created in layers. I don't know. So we have some matching little earrings there that are on, these are called lever back, okay, pierced earrings. So that is set number 1. Okay, I'm just going to set it to the side for a second and I'll bring it back. Okay, set number 2. Again, these are going to be a $9 start. So, we've got some little matching earrings here. This is a 3-strand chip necklace alternating with tiger's eye and what I believe to be magnesite. Now, this is one thing I do know. Authentic turquoise, all the turquoise that I own, it never shows up on the gem tester. So whenever I have a stone here that shows up on the gem tester, regardless, I know it's most likely either howlite or magnesite, because those are 2 gemstones that are kind of used to, they dye them and they're used to make like a fake turquoise look about them because they have veining in them. But this is one way you can kind of sort of identify the difference between magnesite and howlite. And this may not always work, but as a general rule, it works for me most of the time. Magnesite, the veining is brown. So you see all the little lines inside those, they're all brown versus I'm sure I have some other things in here where it's an howlite one and the veining is black. Okay. Hey, oh yeah, did Circa 2020 come in again? I know that's Angie from the other night with her cool bus. So anyways, they've got some caps there on the top of the 3-strand. It's not sterling silver. It's got a super long extender. They're all about the same length, looking at about 16 inches. And we've got 2 little chip earrings to match it. So that's option number 2. Again, these are going to be $9 starts for our buyer's choice. Here's the next one. So a lot of these are either just a regular plain quartz or possibly like a banded an amethyst or like a banded agate. I have to use this older, cheaper gem tester because mine broke. It's sitting over there on the table. I have to get myself a new pen. But I will have to say my cheap gem tester has never failed me. And I've used it enough that I get a feel for where things should hit that are going to tell me that they're definitely not a glass versus a quartz. So most of the things you're going to find on this necklace are all different color quartz. It's got a really cute butterfly clasp there. It's just silver tone. And this one is a little bit longer of a necklace. It's sitting right at about almost 20 inches before the pendant comes down. Okay. And again, you can see close up at the pendant. A really cute necklace there. And then it's got little matching earrings there that are just like the beads on the necklace. So that's choice number 3. And then this is the last choice. And this one, although this looks sort of similar in color to this necklace, the stone is actually very different. And I believe this particular stone, at least on this part, is something called lepidolite. Lepidolite, because when I did some research, that's kind of what I came up with. Now, I'm pretty confident that all these other ones off to the side are all versions of quartz, which they are. Again, this is just silver tone. It's got a little floral clasp here that's also silver tone, not sterling silver. And then these little matching earrings, again, perfectly match the necklace. You see the little silver tone spacer beads there. Well, this has the same little spacer beads. See, it kind of looks just like that. So option number 4, these are incredible deals. It's going to be a $9 start, and you would get the whole set, the necklace and the earrings that match it, for whichever one you pick. Okay. So I'm going to set them all out here so you can see them. Choice number 2, choice number 3, are your earrings, and then choice number 4 with what appears to be like an ocean jasper and some natural pearls. So I'm going to start the auction now for anybody interested in a little necklace earring set. I think it's a fantastic deal on those, with all being natural stone. For any takers on that. Okay, I'm going to put those back in my little tub here, and if we need to bring them back out later, someone can just yell at me. I'm used to being yelled at. I can take it and do whatever you tell me to do. So there you go. Thanks for looking at that. Hey, Lori, you want to give me a letter for my Wheel of Fortune puzzle that I'm trying to solve here, even though we're not actually spinning the wheel? It's related to fall in some way, in some version or capacity. Okay, what am I going to go to next? H. Sure, let me do that real quick. Okay, that's the only H. Give me a second letter. I'll do one more. And this particular one is a little play on words is what it does for this one. So either Lori can give me, oh, there you go, an R. Got it. Unfortunately, there actually is not an R. So I'll put an X there. You guys can think about that. And if someone else can just throw out in the chat another letter whenever you so feel like it. Okay, I'm going to keep going here, people. I'm going to keep plugging along. I think I'm going to do this really gorgeous, stunning necklace. I almost want to keep it myself. Let me pull it up real quick first. It is, in fact, sterling silver. It's got, yeah, thanks, Lori. I appreciate it. I try to mix it up, do some different stuff. Beautiful, stunning, kind of like, I like the shape of these beads. They're kind of unique shape. Sterling silver beads in there, as well as a sterling silver toggle clasp. And, you know, some of them, like, I bet you that's Dalmatian jasper. It's possible we could have, you know, I thought I saw maybe a red jasper down here, and it maybe, I don't know if that's a unakite. I can't remember. That looks like jade to me because I actually am bringing a jade, a nephrite jade bangle tonight. And one thing I know about nephrite jade is it can have these little black specks, and that has it too. And nephrite jade, when I do it on my gem tester, will hit kind of just a little bit under quartz, and that's where it hits here. So that's what I'm guessing. We have a mishmash of different gemstones. I love this necklace. And we've got the beautiful hanging medallion there that's asymmetrical at the bottom. Probably another type of jasper of some type. Stunning. Love it. Gorgeous. It's a $35 start. It's just beautiful. Very well made. And you can see it's got its toggle clasp back there. And I love all the colors. I love all the colors of natural stone. It's just my color palette. And if you walk around my house, these are the colors you see in my decor. You know, like really soft sages and burgundies and deep blues and all that. So thank you for looking at that. Okay, someone is welcome to throw out another letter if you have one while I go and find something else. Maybe what I'll do here is I'll do a few rings. Again, I didn't get to completely finish the rings. J, let me do that real quick. Okay, there's no J. You can give me another one if you want. M. Okay. Whoa, no M. Okay, so if someone else wants to throw out some letters, go for it. And Mel says R. I'm on it. There actually is not an R. We already did R. Try another one, Mel. An L. Got it. Okay. There is two L's right there. And I think that's all the ones. So you guys ponder that for a second. And I'm going to grab all these rings. Now, I'm not going to, some of them are way more valuable than others. I will say that. But I may be able to find a couple that might. I mean, it's not even like we necessarily need to do it as a buyer's choice. It can literally just be a, hey, what size is that ring? I'm interested in that ring. Tell me about it kind of thing. They're all versions of natural stone. We've got, let's see, I think I got one more back here. Okay. Some really beautiful rings. So obviously, as you expect, that is a turquoise for sure. It's kind of more on the greenish tones of turquoise. And again, I know that turquoise never registers on my gem tester, and I'm going to come over here and put it on here, and it doesn't. It just sits there. Hold on. Now, you guys are going to get confused looking at this gem tester because it's not my Presidium, but it moves the teeniest bit, but it also changes and adds its little thing with me just barely moving around. It can add that little line. So I'm still very confident that that is turquoise. Beautiful construction. It is, Lori. You got it. Excellent. Let me show you. And you see, oh, it's not, okay, one word is wrong. This has only got 4 letters. I did the mistake and I was trying to do what you just said, but this is a play on kind of autumn kind of time. So one word you got to switch and it's going to be like a play on words. You got it. That's right. Don't sweat the quote fall stuff. Haha. I know. I'm just cracking you guys up. Can't even hold it together. I'm so hilarious. But there you go. Bam. Excellent solving. People, excellent work. We're going to throw that away and we'll do another one later. Okay. So coming back to these rings. So this one is I'm going to go through all of them, and then I may not actually make listings. If I have no one here who's interested in any of them, I'll just show them to you and tell you about them, and then I can run any particular one that you ask. But I don't, cost wise, I think they're going to be all over the place. Like this one is very, very valuable. It's impeccably made. This one has diamonds in it. Anyways, this is a size 7, just a hair past a 7. All of these have been tested for sterling. This particular one, I don't actually see a 925 mark or a sterling mark, but it doesn't change that it is. So anyways, 7 usually fits my middle finger just oh so perfectly. So that's what it's looking like when my jewelry gets turned around when you wear it. Okay, so isn't that super pretty? Huh. Pumpkin, yes. What you're saying, don't sweat the small, you're thinking pumpkin, fall words, that sort of thing. Is that what you're saying? So this one is pretty unique. This I'm not actually sure which natural stone that is. All I know is when I test it, it comes up as like a quartz. You know, it kind of sort of looks like a version of a cat's eye, but it cat's eye usually doesn't have multiple colors in it. It just has this place in which the light reflects on it in a way that it get the same angle. When you look at a whole bunch of cat's eyes, they're all going to have the reflection in the same place. This ring is a size, I think it's a little bit larger. It's a size 8. But you can see it's got kind of some open work and a little bit of millgrain details. Millgrain is like the little dots that you kind of see that are used there in some of the decoration. And, you can see along the side how it's constructed. Okay. On the inside, the marks say, it literally just says the word sterling. And it has an 8 on the other side, which tells me I wouldn't be surprised if this is Avon, because Avon does make sterling silver jewelry, because I've sold some of it, and they often put their sizes on the inside. So this is an 8. I bet you if I did it is exactly an 8. I bet if I did a Google and search on that, it would probably tell me that it's Avon. Look at this beautiful one. So this is a teardrop bezel set, mother of pearl. It's still going to feel cold, but you're going to get that kind of luminescence. Mother of pearl can look similar to moonstone. This is moonstone, but it doesn't give you the same sort of flash that a moonstone will. The mother of pearl, it's more of a pearlescent look to it, when moonstone will give you like literal colors or whatever. So you can see along the edging of that bezel setting, you have like a little bit of zigzag there. This is a really, really lovely ring. Might be, okay, it's a size 7 as well. So we're going to put that over here because both of those were 7s. And this was an 8. But the marks on the inside, definitely older. It's very tarnished on the inside. And it literally says China. I never trust China. And it says 925, but I have tested it. Sometimes China's just plain dishonest. That's all I got to say. They mark stuff and it's just not. But this one is. So a beautiful ring there, size 7. Okay. I found this at one of my local, clothes consignment boutiques, and they had it on like 75% off clearance. So I got this for like a really, really low price. And I had a sneaking suspicion. I knew it was sterling, but I had a sneaking suspicion that halo of stones around that Cabochon moonstone might possibly be diamond. And of course I brought it home and I tested it before Presidium died. And those are in fact little teeny chip diamonds. Okay. And then of course you've got that moonstone that gives off the flash. This is actually a sizable ring, but it's still sterling, which I guess they did that sometimes because it definitely is sterling. I've tested it, and it's also got 925 written on the inside. It's a really lovely ring, and it fits my ring finger. It's so my guess is it's right now it's probably at about a 6, but again, it's a bit sizable. So you could, okay, right now it's at about a 5.5, but you could maneuver it how you would see fit. So that's a little bit smaller. We'll do it that way so we can order them. And all right, so this ring I actually bought for myself, but sometimes when I keep, you want a starting bid on the moonstone. Oh goodness, it's moonstone and diamonds. I have to think about what I paid for it, and you can see that it's sterling silver back there. So although it's sizable, it's slightly bent. Okay, it's okay. We can circle back. I got to process that in my brain real quick, what I might want to ask for an asking price, maybe, possibly, even though it's got diamonds, maybe around $40, just because it's got the diamonds. Probably wouldn't ask nearly as much if it didn't have the diamonds. Okay, so this is onyx. Onyx is obviously it's a type of quartz, and a lot of times more roughly cut or gemstones, onyx has white you can see in it. Now, this one I don't have any white that you can see, but when I tested it, it comes up as a quartz. And tourmaline, which can be black, doesn't test as a quartz. And the black glass that comes from the volcanoes just tests as glass. What's that one called? I always forget that one. The glass that comes out of the volcano that's black. Someone tell me. I can't remember. Anyways, this is faceted. It's got an interesting setting for the gemstone there, with it sort of being bezel, but not the whole thing. Obsidian, thank you. I knew it. I just couldn't remember it. And it's got a thicker band about it. And it says 925, and it's got like a... it's possible this could be Silpada. I don't know, but I know the mark for Silpada is like the sideways arrow things, which I sort of see in there, but it's so tarnished. I mean, like dirty, it's hard to tell. I guarantee you that if I did a screenshot of that, it would tell me, because that is definitely a more modern ring. Hold on, I'm going to do that real quick for that one. And how much you want to bet that's Avon, from my sneaking suspicion? Actually, I could take a screenshot of all of them, and then I can keep zooming into the same picture. How about them apples? I got to zoom super close into this one. Get it to come up. Let's see what it says. Silpada. What can I say? What can I say? I'm good. I'm good. So there, my guess was correct. A Silpada ring. Looks like it's retired. But that's it. Oh, look at what they say. Chalcedony. Onyx ring. I don't know. They're saying they don't know which one it is. $65 thing. So that's good to know. Okay, so I wasn't crazy. Let's see how wrong I was with the guess of the Avon. It may not be clear enough picture. I may have to take another picture of it. Yeah, I do. And it doesn't like this background because you just can't see it very well. So let me switch that up a little. Let's see. Huh. It doesn't come up. That's okay. It was a guess. Anyways, this ring that I was talking about very last, it's sterling silver. And this actually is chalcedony. There's a super green stone. Maybe I'm saying the wrong word here. They call it, it's not green onyx. It's called chrysoprase. There you go. That's what it is. This is chrysoprase. This beautiful, oval cabochon bezel set, sterling silver, all the things. So there's that one. I'm not going to do a buyer's choice of all of them, but I'm happy to run anything that you want. So let's go to this one. This one is also a moonstone. Again, you can see that same flash that you get. It's kind of a light effect that you get off that. It's very different than what a mother of pearl looks like, okay? I tried to pull this one up. I couldn't find an exact listing. It is sterling silver. Let me see what the marks say on the inside. It just says 925 PTI, possibly. It's a more significant ring, and it's definitely larger. So this is like a size 10, okay? I think this one's a 6 because I had bought it for myself. Let's see. Oh, no, I wore it on my middle finger. It's a size 7. Love this ring. Love, love, love. And we did that one. The size was also a 7 on the Silpata ring. Did I do that one? That one is also a 7. Okay. Let's do this one. This is so like I think it's like an Asian company. You see the details there? It's like literally open work on the sterling silver. Most very confidently, that's most likely carnelian. Okay. And you can see the work done on the inner part of the way that the ring is set. Let me see what it says inside. Oh, yeah. It just says the word China. Great. I don't believe you, but it does have this really interesting W shape that goes like this. And I've seen it before on other jewelry. I think it's like that. It's an extra V after the W attached. That's how it looks. So if anyone knows what that symbol is on the inside of a ring, it might be helpful. But let me do a Google Lens on that one. I am sure that one's probably pretty valuable. And then I just have the last one there is just a very small, probably not turquoise. You see it's got the black veining there on that small ring in front of the carnelian one. It's possible that one might be dyed halite. I don't know. We'll figure out in a second. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull up the exact ring. There's something similar. You see how it's, oh no, that's a David Yurman, I think. That's not the ring we're looking for. I don't actually see. This one actually looks kind of similar. No. I don't see one. That one's similar, sort of, in kind of sort of the design-ish. Curious. So, pretty pricey ring. So there you go. Carnelian, as I said. And it is a size, also a 7. So that's a 7. That's a 7. That's a 7. That's a 7. I believe this is an 8. This one currently is about 5.5, but it can be sized. I think this is a 10, and I believe this one was a 7 also. So you can tell a lot of the rings I got because they fit my middle finger, because all of those 7s are what fit my middle finger. This teeny little, yeah, I do not believe this is turquoise. It might be. I don't get a huge reaction on the Presidium, so it's on my gem tester. So it's possible it might be turquoise. But a very dainty ring. You've got some little added details there on the edge, and this is a 6.5. Okay. So is anybody interested in me running any of those? I wasn't going to actually make price, running things unless there was somebody who was interested. So holler at me if you're interested. Do you want me to run that one, Lori? Again, that one is diamonds, very small chip diamonds, kind of haloed around a moonstone. And it is sizable, which I guess some sterling silver rings are, because it is, in fact, sterling silver. So I'll give you all a second to let me know if you want me to run any of those. But I'm also going to grab another puzzle that I had already filled out for you. Okay. We're going to do this one. Okay. So 3 words. And obviously everything blocked out is not part of it. So what size is it right now? Currently, it's at a 5.5. But it can easily make it larger by just gently pushing it down on here. Can make it whatever size you want. And then I usually try to reform the sterling a little bit, and I could smooth that out and make it a little bit more straightened out. Everything else about the ring, even though it is resizable, it's a normal sterling silver ring. You know what I mean? It's very interesting to me, though, that they would have put diamonds in a sizable ring, but they are diamonds. So what size would you like me to try to make this for you? And I can kind of show you what it looks like when it's made to that size. Oh, it's too big. You must have teeny hands then. Yeah, it's hard to make it much smaller because it will then start to stick out a little bit there. So I get it. But it's a cool ring. Okay. So are we all good with all these rings? No interest in those, guys? No, I need it to be much bigger at an 8.5. Well, I could make it an 8.5. Let me just push it down here. And then I just have to reform the sterling a little bit. Well, it might be pushing it. That brings us to a 7. I think it's probably about the furthest I'd want to go. Because then I can sit there and I can work that sterling and I can make it flat and round again. But if I went another size and a half. So, yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, because we don't want to get it too spread out. I think that's probably about the biggest I'd make it. So, oh well, but it is lovely. Okay, cool. So I'm going to just set those there in the back. And I think what I'm going to do, since I haven't had anyone actually purchase yet, but I don't know, I'm probably not halfway yet, but I'm sort of close. I think what I'm going to do is anyone who's in the chat right now who purchased at my show 2 days ago can have an opportunity to get a giveaway right now, because I'm going to write you down. And I know Lori was one of the people that ordered. So I'm going to put her name down. I don't think that Dee is here. She was somebody, sorry, it's supposed to say Lori Floor FL girl, but you know what I mean. And hold on, let me see who the other. There was a lady. Oh, Dee is here. Great. She also ordered something. Hey, Dee, did you see my message where I was talking about how silly the I was playing with the thing that you got, that vintage kind of medallion, and trying to figure out what it was. You got to go back in the video from that show, and I don't know. I may have been onto something, but I'm not sure. And then I know that I got some purchases from a lady named Deborah McDeb, and Donna, which was like Precious One. Are either of you here? And I had Tiffany, who is still, what is her username? Tiffany's is still something. Tiffany, are you here? Yeah, you need to watch it. I was just sitting there trying to figure out what it was. So I don't know if, I don't think Deborah's here or Donna's here or Tiffany's here. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a wild girl. Ready? And you are the only two that are here that actually purchased 2 days ago. So I'm just giving you each a giveaway. And we just won't do one at the end. But I will let Lori pick first. Since Dee at the last one, I'm a wild girl, I know. Dee at the last one actually won too. So these are not sterling silver. But we had the cool kind of little artisan flower dangle that's kind of that, kind of that antique brassy look. And then we have the, these are pearls, as well as maybe some aquamarine, possibly maybe some type of quartz. So which one would you like to have as your free giveaway? So even if I sell absolutely nothing, the pearl one, then at least we were able to take care of that part. So you got it. And Dee, are you okay with the beautiful floral? This is very dainty. It's kind of like a little Y. All right, there you go, ladies. So this is going to go with yay, Dee. Yeah, yay. I don't know which one you mean. Okay. Wow, Curry, that's so nice. Hey, no problem. Hey, you got to work with, what you got going on. And, my thing with the giveaway is people who had purchased. In my show on Tuesday, I didn't actually do a giveaway. So the fact that both of you just happen to still be in here, I feel perfectly good about doing that. So it's all good. It's almost as if you got the giveaway on Tuesday. You know what I mean? So I hope you'll like that pretty little tigers. Oh, it's got an S there. I never write your whole new username ever, Dee. I never do. But I hope you like that. It's cute. See? Very cute. So I'm already going to ship out the stuff you already have. And yes, I will send you that. It'll probably be after I get back from Zumba, Lori. So it probably won't be till about 11 in the morning, but I will send you a buy it now link to you probably in messaging, and then you can just click on it and purchase it. But I'm going to try to be on or paying attention or around 11, because once I make it public, I don't want anyone else to be able to purchase it from you. Maybe I can make the buy it now a private thing that I can just send to you. I don't know. I'll have to investigate, but I will send that to you, and then everything will go out tomorrow. Okay. Well, someone give me a letter. Dee, how about you give me a letter on my next puzzle here, and then we're going to move on to some other goodies. Oh, I can do a private listing, and then I can send it to you directly. I hope so. Okay. No D. D, there's no D in the puzzle. Ha ha. Okay, give me another letter. I think I'm cracking myself up. Cracking myself up. Okay. Oh, I love it. Thanks, Sue's stuff. Cool. I love the spelling. Can I assume that your spelling of Sue's stuff, SOOZ stuff, that your actual name is Sue, SUE? That's a cool play on words. I'm going to do both those letters. Suzanne, you know, I'm on fire tonight, just figuring stuff out. I love it. Well, welcome in, Suzanne. Thank you for giving me a letter as we try to solve this. This is a fall-related play on words kind of puzzle. And it is officially Wheel of Fortune, but we're not actually spinning the wheel. So we will do Sue's A first. Welcome in, Circa. How are you, Angie? So Sue had an A, and there is an A right here. And then D said E. Oh, I shouldn't have put an X because we had an A and an E. And we have one here and we have one there. So that's what we got. It's going to be a little play on words there. That's my Angie girl, she says. That's her awesome bus buddy, which I did, by the way, Angie, I went and followed your Instagram. I think you saw that I did. And I checked out some of your cool bus pictures. Very cool. Okay. Onward and upward shall we go. And there's my friend Jen. She's popping over from YouTube as we sit here and work on our natural sewn stuff. Okay. So how are you tonight, Jen? And Jen is a friend from YouTube. She has her own, kind of private live shows that she does on YouTube. I believe they're on Tuesday and on Sunday. And Lori is already a regular because Lori met Jen the other night when we were gabbing late at night looking at stuff. Okay, so how about I do another one of these pendants, okay? So this is a very, very large sterling silver pendant. It is sodalite, and it is about almost 3¼ inches when you include the bail, okay? So on the back, we do have some marks here. Might be hard to read because of the ring light. So I might have to just put it under my loop. I know it says 925, but I don't know what else it says. It's got a number, TR- something. I mean, Anyways, gorgeous cabochon there of bezel set sodalite. This sodalite has a lot of white in it. I don't often see it with so much contrasting colors there. And some beautiful kind of, scroll details going on around that kind of frames it. This is significant. This is very these pendants, when they're this large with this big of a natural stone, they're pretty valuable. Now, I don't know exactly because I couldn't find an exact comp for this. But I'm actually going to lower the start on this to 56. I had it a little higher, but I'm going to move it to stage. It's very large. And I did, if you want to see kind of what it looks like on a neck, I don't have a necklace to put on it, but I could at least, give you an idea looking like that. It's pretty big, pretty significant, pretty beautiful. So I'm going to start the auction right now on that very large, beautiful sterling silver, just statement pendant. It's huge. It is huge. I mean, look at the size of my hand. So we've got 6 seconds left on that. Wow, she's your buddy at church and your best friend, and she lives in the same city as you, right? That's what I was hearing from you the other night. Thanks for looking at that. Okay, so looking back at this puzzle. Hey, Jen, give me hey, Jen, we can get you to figure out. Why don't you come and just join? It takes 2 seconds for you to come over. All you have to do, watch this, and you can create a username, register, and then you just enter your thing. And bidding is so easy, but you can't bid from over there. You have to be able to come over to district. But I can guide you there. All you have to do is go to www.vintagejewelryaddicts.com and you just register, which is really simple. You create a username. It's free to register. And you don't even have to enter credit card. You could just register and then come into the live. The current person that's live in this marketplace is me. And then you could participate in the chat, because like I always tell you, from YouTube, you can never see everyone else in the chat, but they can see you. And you could even then come over and actually chat there. But then in order to bid, you would just enter your credit card information. It'd have to be a credit card. And then it just automatically does it. But I'm going to reach out to you after the show tonight too. So you don't have to do that, but you could come over and do the chat thing if you wanted. So anyways, that's how you do it if you wanted. It is beautiful. All right. Lori says, why? And you are in luck. We have a why. This is a fall phrase, sort of play on words. Okay, so that's what we're looking at so far. And I think I'm going to take out this necklace next. Okay, while we look at that. Do it, Jen. Join the wild side, she says. Do it, Jen. It is very simple and very free. I mean, you don't actually have to do the bidding from over there, but even at a minimum, you can participate in the chat. Anyways, so this necklace is actually made by, it's got a hang tag on it, and it's Donna Dressler. When you look at it, I don't know if you can see it. That's what it says, and it's 925. So it is a 925 necklace here with, probably different jasper chips, I'm guessing. But I'm going to show you my Google Lens search on it. Okay, so that's what it's looking like when you, put it on the neck. It's beautiful. And I did do a Google Lens on this, so I'll show you what it was. Because I just want to, it was just such a unique, style about it. It has like little kind of inlaid kind of chips there. And then, of course, some faceted AB stones going on as well. Let me see if it might just be in my pictures here. Hold on. Oh, so here you go. Here was an example of one of the listings I found on a Donna Dressler chunky stone necklace, 925 clasp. This one happens to be different colors of little agate chip stuff going on in there. But then I also did, I found another one that was slightly lower than this one. I think it was more like $50 one. So, I'm always trying to beat those comps so I can bring you a better price point. And so I'm going to offer this cool necklace a $35 start. Now, I will say I do need to disclose it does seem to be right here a little part of it kind of chipped off. Now, I don't know if it came like that, because I'm going to tell you, when you look closely at it, it's like someone painted it gold to try to make it look like, obviously those little inlaid pieces can easily pop out. I don't know if someone tried to fix it or if it was like that when it was made and then they just kind of maneuvered it. But to be honest, no one would ever notice it. I mean, like, can you even find it now? It's very unnoticeable. But that's part of my price point as well. So I'm going to start the auction now on that for any takers on the natural stone, big, huge statement necklace there. And someone else can throw out a letter. I need more letters. Okay, thank you for looking at that. All right. Let me do, I think I'm going to do this cute little bracelet. I think that that's, some type of jasper, as well as that. I don't think that's amethyst. I think amethyst would be translucent, meaning some light could pass through it. This seems more like an opaque stone. It's possible that, but usually amethyst tends to be, not much light passes through that. Tends to be, more translucent. It does have some little faceted, these are possibly amethyst. I'll check it real quick for you. But then we've got some little leaf. These are glass beads. So it's a cute little toggle bracelet, not sterling silver, but very cute nonetheless. And the size on this is a size 7.5. And I literally have an $8 start on this, which is a steal. So I'm going to bring it to stage real quick. And let me check this purple stone and see. Yeah, I think the purple, it looks purple. I think it's just, I'm not really getting enough of a reaction. I think that's just faceted glass. So those are glass, but these are real gemstone. So anyways, there you have it. A fun little cha-cha bracelet there. I guess it goes like that. I could show you what it looks like on my hand. Sorry. You have all the cha-chas face upright. So, 7.5 isn't, I have a pretty small wrist, and there you go. So D is in for $8. I'm going to start the auction now, but it's a really cute bracelet. Definitely has some weight to it. And again, that is just a silver tone clasp, but super cute. I love it, D. I love it. Very, very cute. All right. Thank you for that, D. Let me get a baggie for you. First purchase of the night. 1 hour. Let's see. What time is it? Almost 1 hour and 45 minutes in. We've been busy trying to solve puzzles. That's what I have to say. All right. Yay for D. I'm just writing D. That's all you get. All you get. Woohoo! It's very cute. So there you go. And I'm going to keep plugging along here. Hey, D, give me a letter. Give me a letter. She says H. No H. Give me another letter. An X. No X. I'm going to X out the X. Hey, Jen, are you there? Do you want to give me a letter? Who else is there? No, I meant Z. Okay, and I got R. Okay, so I'll do Z first. There's no Z. But then Lori says R, and there is an R. No, I lie. There is not an R. I was tricking you. So yeah, we got to keep guessing. Someone else want to throw another one out there? I'm going to grab another necklace for us to talk about. Actually, I think I'm going to do this one. This is another little matching set necklace. A bee. I'm on it. Might be a big hint. Remember, it's a play on words for fall related stuff. Why, if I put the letter G, does it put the word genome? I have no idea. That's weird. Maybe you've written that word recently or you searched it. I don't know. There's no G. Thank you for that. I'll let you keep pondering that. All right. So this next necklace set, it's a set. It's got these beautiful, some type of jasper, little star. Okay. So you can see here. So there are these little, they're stars. They're natural stone. And so I think those are all some type of jasper. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you can get cat's eye stones that are glass cat's eye, or you can have cat's eye that's a type of quartz. And so, and then I'm going to really confuse you because believe it or not, they actually make a brown cat's eye, and the brown cat's eye is not tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is a completely different stone. But for this, it does react like it's a quartz. Let's see, I got to get this to go up. I got to get my other gem tester working, people. But again, cat's eye is a type of quartz, and I have to get at least like 2 lines on here so I believe that that's a brown cat's eye quartz and some jasper. And so this necklace is 24 inches. It's got just a hook clasp there that is not sterling silver. But how fun is that? I mean, come on. And then we've got cute little matching earrings with your little jasper and whatever. So I'd put them up there at the top. So I'm making a list, Curry, from the replay. Are you actually watching the replay? Okay, that's fine. You can. That's fine. Works for me. Works for me. All right. But let me, I think I'm going to lower this to 10. And then I'm going to run that one for anybody interested in the star stuff. And Jen, I was working also on the other items we were kind of talking on. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning trying to pull jewelry, and I just had to do it. And all day today, I've been working on this show. So it'll go till later tonight. And then I have to do shipping, so tomorrow at some point I will, hey, thanks, Steve, for that bid. This is super unique necklace set. Yes, we will definitely converse about what stuff you're interested in. And then, of course, I'm going to show you some additional stuff that we were talking about or whatever. So we've got our fun little, I personally have not ever seen star beads. And there she is with her little stars. How cool are those, right? And by the way, the stringing of it is good. It's not like over tight or anything. It lays really well. So you will love that. I don't know. I was going to say great for 4th of July, but it's not necessarily 4th of July colors. But I suppose it could be Christmassy colors because Christmas is burgundy and brown. And I always like to undo this when I put it in the bags because I feel like I'm not forcing it. Okay. Thank you for that. There we go. All right, let's put that off to the side. Hey, Jen, It's one-stop shopping here. That's right. Very easy. You don't even have to leave the house. Hey, Jen, give me a letter for my puzzle. It's a play on words, fall related. I need another letter. If you want to guess, maybe you've left and you're watching the replay. Someone else can throw out a letter. Okay. Why don't I bring L? I'm on it. No L. You can give me another one. D. T. Can you believe it? There's also no T. This is really going to stump you. Okay. So I'm going to this very huge, very heavy, unbelievably beautiful agate, teal agate, hand knotted, beautiful graduating necklace here. I mean, this probably weighs, oh, I actually measured the weight. Hold on, because I had to change the shipping thing. I got to click on it to see what weight I put. 8.5 ounces it weighs. Isn't that crazy? But this is actually Kenneth J. Lane. And if you look here, it's got a hook clasp, and then it literally says the words Kenneth J. Lane. Okay. And when you search it, and you do a Google lens on it, it'll actually say that. Okay. I'll work on those other letters, letter O, in just a second. But this is just stunning. And so it's a 19-inch at the shortest, but obviously you can extend it more. Okay. Hand knotted. Just wow. Like, I don't know. It's Kenneth J. Lane. I didn't really think they worked with gemstone, natural stones, but it's a beautiful piece. So I found comps for it up near $100. It's beautiful. But I'm going to start the auction now for anyone interested in that. It is. And if you could feel it, talk about that, the ASMR thing we're always talking about, 3 seconds left. And there you go. Thank you for looking. Okay. Let me put an O in here. There's no O, believe it or not. There's only so many vowels. So if you guys keep guessing some vowels, you'll probably get somewhere. Okay. I'm going to do a buyer's choice with earrings next. We'll put that thing up there. And I have, okay, these are kind of they're lower price point. I mean, they're still lovely, but they're not precious metal. And this buyer's choice is actually a set of 2. So I'll explain it in just a second as soon as I put these letters down. So Jen says I. So there is an I right there and right there. And then there is no O. Oh, we already crossed that out. Okay. So again, play on words. So this, there is no U. There's only so many vowels, so you probably can guess what else is in there. Oh, we already did all the vowels. All the vowels have been done. Sorry, I should have said that. So let me pull this up. Now, I'm going to tell you, Jen, you could make things way easier for yourself if you go over there and register. You don't even have to put in your credit card. Because if you register, Jen, then you can go in and come over into the actual live stream, and then you can view my store. And looking at my store is a very, very, very fast way to see what I brought tonight, because they're all sitting there in the store. So I'm just saying for future, if you're wanting to look at a fast way to do it, that's the way to do it. Okay. So these are going to be a buyer's choice where it's a $6 buyer's choice, but you get 2 earrings. Yes, there's a P. Okay. I promise you, if you did that, you could look at it super fast. Because let me show you how fast. I'm going to get my iPad and I'm going to show you how much you can look at and how fast by looking at the store. And especially with what we talked about, Jen, it's going to be a much more efficient way for you to be able to check out. Now, mind you, you have to do that before the sale ends. So you can't do it after the sale's over because then the store doesn't exist. But if we did convince you to at least register, then this is how fast you could look at the items in the store. Hold on. So I'm in Vintage Jewelry Addicts right now. There's my live show going on, and then I'm just going to say, oh no, it thinks. Sorry, I guess when I open it, it thinks I'm trying to. It thinks I'm trying to start a new live, and I don't want to start a new live. But I can edit the live store so you can at least see it this way. But this is what people view when they go in and look at the store. Do you see how easy that is for you to look at all the items? Way easier than trying to rewatch a video. Way more efficient use of time. Just saying. Okay? Just a thought. Okay. It won't send my guesses. What's your guess? That's weird. Yes, that's right. It is. And what's the last word? Oh, it's already written there. So because we're playing on fall words, it's saying instead of ice, ice baby, it's saying spice, spice baby. Get it? Ha ha. Get it? I know. You guys are completely cracked up by it. Okay, so these are the sets of 2. So this is probably a venturine. Let me see if I can see some little teeny bits of shimmer in there. Because usually the little bits of shimmer are my sure tell sign that it's a venturine versus, nephrite jade. But it also has little bits of black in it. And nephrite jade gets the black specks. So I honestly am not sure which one it is. But you've got some little pierced earrings there. They're not a precious metal. And the earrings that are going to go with that one are these ones that are on really big, kidney wires. And again, I believe that's a venturine and probably a white quartz. Hold on. Yeah, I just think that's another form of quartz. So for $6, you could get but those 2, or I have these are not sterling silver. We have these, that's probably coral, a little coral chip, but I do not believe that this is turquoise, and it even looks dyed, like so it's probably like a dyed howlite or something, because you see how it has the black veining. So those are going to go with this one, which I think this one might also be dyed howlite. It looks like it's got black veining on that one. So those earrings are going to go together. And then these earrings are going to go together. So you've got these really big, long dangle with that might be turquoise. No, I still think it's magnesite. glass bead, shell, and then probably some type of jasper. Now it's a natural stone, so you can see the variation in color. They're not exactly the same. And then it's going to go with these dangles that appear to be, I don't know, some type of agate, I guess. It's definitely translucent. So there are your sets. Okay, so I'm going to start the auction now. You can pick one of the 3 sets. It has two sets of earrings. If anyone is interested. And we have another puzzle on the back side of this that we can start. And Lori Girl is in for 6. We've got 4 seconds left. And I don't know. I don't know if I can guess which ones I think you're going to pick. I have no idea. So, Lori, you are continuing with your progressive shipping from your order 2 nights ago. So just know that. And what does she say? What does she choose? Which set would you prefer? She says pink. Okay, so you're going to get those as well as these. And they're meant to be a pair, but they look a little different because the color of the stones are different. But so there you go. Very nice. So I'm literally just going to write Lori because it's just short and sweet. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it, and now I'm going to lower it to 5. And then I'll run it again for anyone interested. Again, you would pick a set of 2 earrings for 5. And D is in for 5. Again, these are all natural stone, but not sterling silver on these. Okay, so there you go, Lori. Thank you for that. And, Lori outbid her at a 6. Okay, which one do you want, Lori? The turquoise ones. Got it. Okay. So we'll get her name written down. Whoops. Where'd my pen go? I keep losing it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So we got pair number 1, pair number 2. One's silver tone, one's gold tone. Okay, I'm going to duplicate it again. And this time I'm going to edit it. And I'm going to make it 450. We're living on the wild side. I don't know. Maybe those are the ones that Dee wanted. I have no idea. But she has another chance there in case they were. And Dee's in for 450. There you go, Dee. Woohoo! And we got 10 seconds left. And I don't even have to ask Dee which one she wanted. But what I want to know is, when you bid last time, were these the ones you were going to pick? It worked out good? Or were you, oh, well, you see, life works out good. That makes me happy. Perfect. Very nice. So again, pierced, you can hear him, glass, or well, no, there's the natural stone. And then these are a quartz and an aventurine, all gold tone. Nice set. So those worked out to be like, $2.25 each. I guess you can't beat that for natural stone, right, Dee? Okay, thank you for that. And Lori says, she says, can you give me prices and sizes on the turquoise cluster ring, the sponge coral ring, and the moonstone large ring? I can, yes. I showed all of these earlier tonight, and then I didn't get time to put them in the store, but I can work on that for you. So this is the larger of the two moonstone rings. You can see it's got that flash there. This is a size 10, I believe, from what I recall. You're welcome. Let's see here. Size 10 for that one. And then she says, the turquoise, I don't know, that's this one. I assume you mean this one. So it's got no, it is sterling silver. I have tested it. There are not marks on the inside. I don't question. I'm very confident that that's turquoise. It's a beautiful ring. It actually is a size 7. I know that because we checked it earlier. I'll have to do prices here in a second. You got to give me a minute. So there's that sitting at a 7, just a hair past 7. And then the sponge coral ring. So I think this is actually carnelian because we pulled one up that it described it as carnelian. I don't think sponge coral would show up on my gem tester. And this actually shows up as a quartz, which is what carnelian is. What am I telling you? If you guys don't know, Jen is actually like a GIA certified, like, person. So it definitely, my Presidium just broke, but this is my backup gem tester. It definitely is a quartz version, which means it's most likely carnelian, I'm guessing. So when I did a Google lens, the size on that one, I think is also a 7. Yes, that's also a 7. 7, 10, 7. And I know you're not bidding here, but can I do this since I know we're going to talk after tonight? Can I set those aside and know that I'm going to price that and give it to you tonight or, when I get off the live? Oh, perfect. Okay. So I'm going to set them aside and I know that's some things. And I don't mind if during the show, if there are things that you know that you want me to price, then I can, the other stuff will have prices. But again, I hate for you to go back and rewatch the whole video. I'm serious about being able to view the store. It'll save you. No worries. Okay. So let me keep going here. I need a letter, sports fans. So this is going to have the top row there, and then word 2, word 3, word 4, and then really skinny word 5 because I ran out of room. Okay, and R. Got it. Okay, so there you go. Lots of R's. You can give me a second letter. An N. Got it. And there actually is no N. So I'll put an X there. So you guys can throw out another letter if you want, but I'm going to keep going here. Keep plugging along. So I have, now Jen, I have to tell you, I spent like 30 minutes on just this nephrite jade bracelet alone, stressing because, sometimes jadeite can be super crazy expensive depending on what it is. And I'm not an expert in jade. I know it is jade. I know it's nephrite jade though, because it tests lower on my gem tester than quartz, and jadeite usually is above it. And I also found, another one that was similar in color. And I also read that that you can correct me, Jen, but that nephrite jade, it's not uncommon for nephrite jade to have these little black specks. I actually took a screenshot of it to describe what that was. You see, I was sitting here teaching myself. Look at, doesn't that look like almost exactly the same as the black specks in here? And it says nephrite jade can often have black spots or flecks, which can be dark green, or to us, they look black. Jadeite can also exhibit black specks, typically a sign of mineral inclusions like iron oxide. But I still feel like this is, okay, let me grab those. And other people, if in the show, someone else, I did run these, some of these pendants already. So if in the show someone wanted me to rerun them, I would run them for them before we. You're gonna have the opportunity, Jen, at the end of the show. I'm gonna set them aside for you. But if someone ended up deciding they wanted me to run them, I got to let them do it. But yes, I got those two. It says the lapis pendant, the sodalite pendant, and choice number 3, fluorite necklace, an earring set for $9. So I'm guessing that is this one. Well, I had this set, Jen. Hey there, how are you, Samantha? I had that set with matching earrings, but then I had this other set that I believe the main stone is lapidolite. So I don't know which one you mean when you say the left or the right. Sammy. Everyone calls her Sammy, Samantha. Yeah, that's our founder of the whole marketplace. So which one, left or right? The one on the right, because the left has purples in it too. So that's why I'm unclear. So will you just clarify left or right? Perfect. Okay. Got it. And it's got its little matching earrings. Right there. Everyone's saying hello. So there's that. Okay. And what else did you say? Oh, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it, Samantha, for doing a shout out. That's always so nice. I appreciate it. Okay, so I did the pendants and then I did the earring set and then the other rings. And my other rings are interested in. Okay, so I have those all set back there, and I'll keep plugging along here. So again, I'm going to run this jade bangle. So again, I'm confident though that this is nephrite jade and not jadeite because I know at least on the gem tester where it falls. So to me, that made a difference in price point because I think that jadeite tends to be more expensive. Sometimes it blows my mind, and Jen, maybe you can clarify on this, but it sometimes you can get jadeite that's up into the thousands. Like, what defines it is so much better than other jade? I just don't get it. But this is a very interesting, beautiful bangle, 7.5 inches of nephrite jade. It's beautiful. So I will sit there and I look these up and I find comps that can go anywhere on nephrite jade from $50 to like here's one that was 200 that looked just like it, and that's nephrite jade in the same color. But then I'll find other ones that are much less. So what I mean is I'm not confident in my ability. Here's another one, and it was way less of pricing that. So, anyways, I'm going to run that for any jade bangle enthusiasts in my phone. There, all right, now it's running, and it's pretty. And again, it's got the black flecks in there that I mentioned earlier. Beautiful. All right. Hey, Dee, I'm so used to your username, Dee's Deals. Are you also DD Boutiques? Because I don't know if like that's what I know you guys, you and your daughter run a store. Is that what that store is called, Dee? No, that's a different thing. Got it. I understand. I understand. Okay. So does anyone have another letter here? Oh, so Jen says jadeite is more rare. That's what I thought. To find in nature and is more revered by the Asian culture. Clarity, color, carving, and matrix all have pricing factors. You see, and I was so worried that the jade I had was jadeite, but I know it's not because it doesn't test there. Um, I know it's nephrite jade, but I was like anxious because I was like, I'm not a professional in these things. You know what I mean? Okay, how about we look at some beautiful hand knotted. I believe that this is bumblebee jasper, but part because of the yellows. But part of me also thinks it sort of looks like Dalmatian jasper, but the Dalmatian jasper doesn't have as much yellows in it. So I'm going more in the direction of bumblebee jasper. I'm just saying. It's all hand knotted, and the actual beads are. Let me find it. I think I did a millimeter measurement, I believe. Yes, I'm just passing it and I just don't see it. What the heck? Oh, here it is. It's 17 inches. It does have a sterling silver clasp. Mark there. It's beautifully hand knotted, and those are 12 millimeter beads there. And I have Dalmatian jasper written there, but I'm going to change it to bumblebee jasper because my gut feeling is it's more likely that. Okay. So there we go. I found comps up for beautiful Curry. I have the matching ring to your freshwater pearl flower bracelet. Are you serious? Do you really? That's amazing. Yeah, I love this bracelet. That's so awesome. Um, yeah, these are very well done, just in excellent condition. All the things in a beautiful set. I'm going to put them up here. I did start it running, but it so you can get a look of what it looks like. Very nice. Bumblebee Jasper. Oh, what size I wear? Are you asking ring size? Well, ring finger, I'm like a 5.5, but middle finger, I'm like a 7. Middle finger or index finger, I'm like a 7. So that's too funny. Okay, so thanks for looking at that. And I think I'm going to bring this onyx and jasper, pretty cool little hand knotted bracelet. It does have a 14, 1/20th 14 karat gold filled spring ring clasp. This is a very, very small bracelet, and it measuring at only 5 3/4 inches. So if you have a super small wrist, or you know somebody who needs that, it's a 6.5. Yeah, that would probably still fit my middle finger on like my non-writing hand. You know how your fingers are smaller on the hand you write with, the muscles are stronger. So that's amazing. I can't believe it. You have the exact one. That's crazy. It is very vintagey. I think it is. I mean, I don't know how old it is, but anyways, I'm running the bracelet now. It's got this beautiful, it's like 2 layers of stone there. But this is hand knotted, and I do believe it is onyx. It does register in the quartz range. So a pretty unique kind of geometric kind of bracelet there. So thank you for looking at that. Okay. I just need to make sure real quick. I got to go back in here and look at the chat. Okay, hold on. And then also someone needs to give me another letter. So throw that out there. I got that. I did that. That's it. I did that. Okay, I think I got all of it. Okay, so the letter B. Thanks, Lori. Okay, there's a B right there. Okay, and that's the only one. Someone can throw out another letter if they want, and then I'm going to go run another piece of jewelry. I'm going to sort of take these out, the ones I've already run, so that I can visually know that I've done it and how close we are to the end. Now, again, if there's anything in the story you guys decide you want me to rerun, just holler at me. I love those earrings. Okay, someone give me another letter. So I did that. I went through all the rings. I'm going to leave them there, though. They're not in the way. I will move that out of the way. I did do this one. I think the rest I have not done yet. Okay. So, oh, there's my friend Carrie. How are you, girl? Okay, the letter O. Got it. We do have an O. These are all fall related, play on words or phrases or whatever. And this has got 4 lines. 1, 2, and 5 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a really skinny one here because I ran out of room. So the letter O is going to go right here. And I think that's the only O. If someone wants to throw out another letter, I'm going to find something else to run, which I think is going to be this beautiful. Oh, look at the colors in that. So beautiful. Okay, the letter A. We're going to have lots of those. Hold on. Oh, well, not as many as I thought. 2 of them. So there you go. You can ponder that. All right, so this next necklace, obviously, Jen would probably know the specific name of every single jasper, but you know what? I want to show you a visual real quick. One day, I think it was the last time that I was running one of my natural stone sales, and I had gone in and I saved in my albums a picture of all the different jaspers. Let's see if I saved it. I may not have. No, but look at this. Chart showing names of jasper. There are so many different kinds of jaspers. And I think this is the one I pulled up the other day in the middle of my show. I mean, aren't those beautiful? I mean, I can't claim to know every single one, but they can be awfully colorful, I guess, especially when they're polished and stuff. So this necklace also super heavy. It does have a 925 toggle clasp. It has little teeny spacer 925 beads there, but it's not hand knotted or anything. Super heavy. I probably even put the weight in the thing just because I had to do different shipping amounts. But you know, a beautiful necklace, obviously. I just love all the colors. So, I mean, look at that fun one, right? So I'm going to start the auction now. Here's a question for you, Jen. How do you determine the value of some not gemstones, but I'm talking about natural stones, like the polished stones? How do you determine, like specifically just for jasper, what makes a quality be a jasper? Like, how do you know when you have something that's highly valuable? Because I'll go on and I'll look at Google Lens searches and I'll see, you know, jasper in large statement necklaces with huge, um, you know, natural stones that are in the hundreds and in the 200s. And they don't look much different from a lot of the necklaces I have here. You know, which I'm putting a good solid price on it, but I'm certainly not putting it into the hundreds. So I just didn't know, how is the value of jasper determined? Like, oh my God, they're just incredible. And I just think they're beautiful. Like, so I guess I don't even really care about the value. I don't know. I just think they're pretty. Okay. Did anyone guess another letter? So we are, again, working on this phrase. Maybe if you give me more vowels, it'll get me going. Pick a common vowel. Like, we'll do a U. That'll be fine. And I can tell you there's no U. Pick another vowel. There's no O. We did A. There's no U. All right. So there's only one I, which tells you there's a whole bunch of the other vowel, which somebody can name. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of those. Now, Carrie loves these games. Maybe it puts her to sleep. I don't know, but she likes it when we do these. Okay, so here she is. She says, symmetrical beads with great polish is always more desirable than unique shapes. It's about size, quality of host rock, and the polish and the uniqueness of the material. So, like, when you look at these, they're all consistent in shape. Like, I don't know if that means, I don't know if they're just round, you know? So I don't know, like, unique shapes. With great polish is always more desirable. Symmetrical beads. So what do you mean by symmetrical? Like the patterns on the bead is symmetrical? E, I'm going to do it. Yes, that would be more desirable. Meaning the patterns on them are symmetrical? Huh. Or the fact that they're like super large and they're consistent in size. Like they're, you know, I don't know. Round beads. Got it. It overwhelms me. So she says E, and this is what I say. I told you there'd be a lot. Whoa, someone might be able to work with that. Don't know. Let me keep going here. How about I do this beautiful necklace? Another, obviously, natural stone pendant necklace with beautiful blue natural pearls there, and then faceted glass. And all the beads on here are sterling, as well as a sterling clasp that's like a little heart. Okay. And it comes down to a bezel set natural stone there that's asymmetrical. Oh, it's got such beautiful, like, kind of banding in this, if that's what you consider calling that. It's a 19-inch necklace. I can hear the jingle. Sterling silver makes a very specific sound. Like, you'll be able to hear it when I hold all these rings together. It's this very high-pitched ting. You can hear it that other metals don't necessarily give off. And when I was moving this, these were tinging together. All right, so that is definitely a little bit tarnished of a clasp. This is a longer necklace, but I definitely love the blues. It's so pretty. Okay. Welcome in, Cinderella. We're just playing word games and working on necklaces. So I'm going to start that necklace for anyone interested. It is sterling silver. So I'll start that auction now. And any other letters you want to throw out there, guys? You're getting close. It's a phrase related to fall. I'm trying to show you this, but not cover up what we're running an auction for. Okay. So thank you for looking at that. And yes, okay. So someone give me a letter. Help, help. Even Cinderella, who just popped in, she can give me a letter. Hi, Cinderella. We just need another letter to search. She says T. All right. Well, that's a good letter. There's going to be lots of them. We might be close to solving. What do you guys get? Again, this is a phrase. If you can solve, then Vanna says, just write it in the chat. So I'll leave that there while I grab something else. I'm going to do these earrings. This is a buyer's choice. These are lovely earrings. They are not sterling silver, although they are marked sterling silver, but they are fake because I've tested them and tested them again, and they are not sterling silver. Just saying. But we've got some beautiful natural stones there. Definitely, we got malachite going on there. I'm sorry. Yeah, malachite, and then probably a brown cat's eye. Whoops, sorry. And jasper, more jasper, whatever. So that's those dangles are choice number 1. And then choice number 2 is some druzy. These are not sterling silver or a precious metal either, but it's like a hammered matte gold tone. And druzy is, I guess, maybe Jen can describe this better, but I know it's like it grows off of quartz gemstones, like it's some reaction that gives us that it like grows up off of it, kind of like how, you can get like, I don't know, moss to grow off something. I don't know. It's a terrible comparison because one's a gemstone and one's not. But those are the 2 rings. Neither of them are precious metal, but they're both beautiful. And Cinderella says, sweater, weather is better together. She pops in the live and solves the puzzle. Way to go. You got it. Sweater, weather is better together. Woohoo! Everyone give her a clap. Woohoo! Welcome in. Cinderella, what's your first name? I can add you on my thing so I can quit calling you Cinderella. If you want to share, I mean, Diane, perfect. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. You go by Cindy. I can do that. I just put a little, like sheet of paper here so that, when I get to know people, and then you pop in and half the time people's usernames are not what their names are. My username is Cherish Relics Boutique, but my name is Curry. So, it's good to connect the dots, right? Okay. So, I'm going to lower this price and make these a good deal. So this is buyer's choice. It's a $5 choice. So you can pick one of those 2 earrings, either the druzy, which is beautiful. See it? Or this one that has 4 different gemstones. Malachite, jasper, probably brown cat's eye, I'm guessing, and probably another jasper. So I'm starting the auction now for anyone interested. And again, those are just silver tone. These are marked as sterling, but they're not. Quartz crystals that grow inside the geode eggs. There you go. Like when you crack open the geodes, that gemstones grow within. It's in the quartz family, citrine, amethyst. So inside the egg, you know how you can buy like those big, huge chunks of rocks at like, store decorating places. And a lot of times it'll have little parts of druzy on the far center, if you've only cut out a portion of the circle or the egg, it's usually, you know, on the, and it's like the inner crust of the earth, you know, but it's super pretty. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay. So I got another puzzle for you. So great solving there, Cindy. But let me write out this other puzzle, and then I'm going to run another necklace. We are, I don't know, we're not far from done. But let me fill out this puzzle. Okay. Oh, I can't fit that on that line because there's no room. Well, you know what I could do? I could scoot it over. Let me do this. I don't know what. Okay, this is dumb. I'm just flipping it over. Okay. So, first word, 5 letters, and all the squiggles isn't part of the word. Second word, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Third word, 3 letters. Fourth word, follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there's a play on words. Right in the middle of the word, I put a quote because it's playing with some letters that make the word be pronounced a certain way that's related to fall. That's all I'm going to say. So Cinderella. Hey, good night, Lori. Are you heading out? Have a good night. Cinderella, Cindy, you're welcome to give me a letter since you popped in and solved that. And then we're going to keep plugging along here. I have a very dainty S, no problem. Lapis lazuli bracelet. Super simple. Okay, there is an S. And that's where they are. Oh, you're sleepy. Got it. And someone else is welcome to put a letter. Give me a letter before you leave, Laura. Give me a letter before you leave. Just one, just one. So this lapis lazuli, very dainty letter R. Thank you. Good night. I'll get your stuff shipped out tomorrow, Lori. R. Got it. Yes, there's an R. Okay, that's all we got so far. Okay, so very dainty, small, round beads on this lapis lazuli bracelet. It is sterling silver. Clasp, and it is, oh, did I not bring it to stage? Move it to stage. There we go. I have an $8 start on it. So that's sterling and that's sterling. And you can tell it's lapis again in comparison to, like, let's say sodalite, because you can see little flecks in there, little gold flecks that you would look at underneath your, loop. It's not something, it's not like a gem tester. You don't really test for lapis lazuli and sodalite on a gem tester. You use other clues for that. But a very simple little bracelet there, 7 1/4 inches, and it is a sterling silver clasp and bead there. $8 start for any takers on that. Okay, thank you so much for looking. And what was I going to do? I was going to do something. I don't remember. But let's do this pendant. Okay, this is huge. It is massive. It is marked 925 there on the pendant, but I tested the pendant as well at the main part of the pendant as well as the bail there. And so it is obviously sterling. And then we've got some types of jasper back there. I can only guess. I swear the colors on this, it looks like ruby, but I know it's not ruby, but it has the color of ruby. It's probably some type of agate that falls in the quartz range, but all bezel set. It's a very large pendant. If you sit there and look at it in comparison to the size of my hand, it's sitting at about 3.5 inches when you include the bail. And for these, they're absolutely not cheap. Okay. So I'm moving this to stage. And then I see that there is one pre-bid. I'll go do that next. But I'm starting the auction on that pendant. And I don't know what happened to that little, here. I could go like this, and then you can get an idea sort of what it looks like on the neck. There you go. That's Indian ruby and natural emerald. If you put a black light on the rubies, they will glow. Yes, I knew that. I definitely have some ruby necklaces, but what does Indian ruby mean in comparison to ruby? Because even on my gem tester, it doesn't quite go up. It doesn't go up that high. It would normally go up to like the very top before it hits diamond. Is an Indian ruby like a type of quartz that, you know what I'm saying? Let me turn the light off here and we'll look at the black light. Yes, I love to bring my big ruby lab created emerald out here, which still shines under the black light. Yeah, it doesn't glow. So it must be something different. But I also know that not all rubies glow. Sometimes you can get ones that don't. But maybe Indian ruby is a different kind. Because I do know some rubies don't glow. Or maybe not glow as much, Okay, let's turn our lights back on. Okay, thank you for looking at that. Okay, does anyone have another letter they want to throw out there? I'm going to grab some more jewelry, if it's okay. Oh, I love this necklace. Oh, my goodness. This necklace is so beautiful. Lower quality of ruby that's heavily included. Got it. But Indian ruby is still an actual ruby, or is it like called an Indian ruby, but it's actually a quartz? That's what I'm asking. So this necklace, when I go and do a Google Lens search on it, it actually is carved jadeite. I'm sorry, not jadeite. It's carved nephrite. Oh no, I think it is carved jadeite. Hold on, because that's where it tests higher than a quartz. Yeah, I think that is jadeite. And when I had my search here, this is the thing I brought up. $118, designer estate jade and sterling silver necklace. And that's the same marks that are marked on mine. But you can see it's the exact same necklace here. It's very beautiful. Still a ruby. Cool. Good to know. Sitting right at, love this necklace, 16 inches. And you can see its little dangle there. We got about a, 2.5-inch extender with a cute little mini flower there. And then those links are textured. So it's a beautiful necklace. Obviously has definitely some significant value. I wouldn't I guess I wouldn't have guessed it was 115 of value, but anyways, I'm running it for 65 for anybody interested in that. I think it's beautiful. And this, in fact, might be a necklace I might keep myself if no one buys it, because it's very my style. But my promise to myself every time is, if I'm going to keep a piece of jewelry, I have to go take something out so I don't end up hoarding all the jewelry. You know, I have to give up something else to go put that in my, stash. But I love this necklace. Sorry, you're caught on something. Isn't it so pretty? Amen. I am to that point. Absolutely. And I just try to, I had antique booths also. And whenever I even would keep antique stuff or even littles for my antique booth, I made it a rule that if I was going to go replace something in my decor, then I had to take something away. And I've stuck with it, whether it was an end table or a little teeny thing that went on a shelf, whatever. And even with jewelry, I really try to. I have lots here, but I can't keep it all myself. That's not the purpose of what I'm trying to do. Hey, Cindy, give me another letter to solve this one. This is probably my last puzzle of the night. You tried that with a clothing and it worked for a long time. And then did it not work? A letter A. Thank you. Yes, there's some A's. It's a good strategy. I also like the strategy with clothes that if you, and I can't say that I do this well, but I know I try to. I just don't do it well, is that if you haven't worn it in like a year, you should, go put it in your Goodwill pile, Okay, remember here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 letters. And again, the part that's in quotes, it's one long word, but the part that's in quotes is playing on, some language. She says, well, yeah, 2020 ruined all my ways of doing things. Hey, amen. Everybody for sure. What a crazy time in our world. I mean, I can't even say our country, our world. It was just such a crazy time. Now I turn my hangers backwards in January and thin out in December. That's a genius idea. So when you wear something, you turn the hanger backwards, and you might wear it again, but at least that it was worn. Got it. But if it was never worn that year, then it was faced the other way. That's a great strategy. I love it. Do you do clothing resale too? You exceptions, my funeral dress and things like that, for sure. Yeah, there's some exceptions of things, or like a suit. You usually donate, right? Yeah, I hear you. I get it. All right, let's keep going. I've got some sterling silver earrings here. They are sterling silver. I've tested them, and I believe that that's all aventurine. It's got little. One way that you can kind of tell the difference between aventurine, which is a type of quartz, and like nephrite jade, is aventurine will have little bits of shimmer in them. Like you have to look at it under your loupe, and this has that, okay? Because they're both going to test in very similar places on the gem tester. So this is all sterling silver. Probably not those balls down there. I don't know. I probably didn't test the ball part, but this whole part was tested. A fun little chandelier movement earring right there. So I'm going to run those. And I had a $13 start on those. They're kind of big. They are hanging at about 2.5 inches. So fun boho earrings for sure. And I think they're older. I don't necessarily, in no way do I think these are current, So thank you for looking at that. Okay. If anyone else is still awake, they can give me a letter. And we're getting down to the wire here on some other items. I think I'm going to run this beauty. I found this at an antique store. When I go and everyone kind of finds their jewelry in different ways. I'm not sure. Jen's probably similar to me. I find mine, at estate sales and garage sales and thrift stores and consignment stores and church sales. I do really like going to antique stores though, because you can actually find things quite valuable because somebody doesn't know what they're doing. They just think, oh, that's just some, glass costume jewelry necklace. So I'm going to, throw $10 on it or something. Well, I immediately knew when I saw this that it was not some costume jewelry. You can see it's hand knotted all through. These are authentic pearls. And when you test this crackled stones, you see everything is hand knotted, hand knotted, hand knotted. This is actually onyx and this is onyx. Okay. Now, onyx can have little bits of white in it sometimes. And then it can also just be solidly black, depending on where, what part of the stone you ended up using. So sometimes onyx can look solid black, but I know that it's onyx versus like tourmaline because it tests higher on the gem tester, and an onyx is a type of quartz. Okay. So this huge little thing medallion that hangs from the bottom of this necklace is all sterling silver and hammered and thick. It's beautiful. So obviously this is a 3-strand necklace, and it attaches together with also sterling silver, significant hook and circle thing there. Isn't that outstanding? It's just beautiful. And so, how you choose to lay that necklace is up to you. How you want to make it flip or turn to, fit your needs or whatever. But, you see, I got these backwards. And the perfectionist in me, hold on. Now it's going to bug me. And I suppose you could also twist this if you really wanted to, like twist it opposite directions, and you would get, kind of that twisted look, and it would shorten it too. You know what I mean? So, of course, that, it's not going to lay the way I want it to. But, anyways, my point is that all sterling silver, beautiful lusciousness, hand knotted, definitely worth more than $10 that it was marked at the antique store. So, I am going to run that now. It's so heavy and so beautiful. It's stunning. But I actually have it's probably the highest priced item I have tonight. It's a $72 start on that. Unbelievable. And let you see it close up. So if you look here, it's all hand knotted. So this is like a crackled onyx, pearl, regular onyx, hammered beauty, loveliness. Love, love, love. Okay, thanks for looking. Yeah, definitely a lot of work for whoever makes that. That's for sure. Okay, so Cindy says N. I can do that. So we have an N right here. And that's all we have. So you can name something else if you want. I don't know how many people are still in here, but anyone can throw out a letter if you'd like. So I have some another necklace here. This one is it's amethyst, sterling silver, double strand, using chips, amethyst chips, and then like amethyst nuggets. And then those little beads in between are also sterling silver. So we've got a spring ring clasp there, and one of the layers is a little shorter than the other layer on that necklace. So it's looking like that, a lovely amethyst necklace. So let me pull that up. I have an $18 start on that, and it looks like Dee had a pre-bid on that. And I don't know if Dee's still here. She might have gone to bed, but we'll run it, and it may be going home with her. So pretty. And Let me bring that up close. Again, we've got the little details of sterling silver kind of spacer beads in there. It's a really lovely necklace. So, yay for D. Woohoo. All right. So, very nice. I actually probably don't need a bag that big. I definitely did not need a bag that big. Let me use this bag. Okay, so if anybody popped in here later and there's anything in the store, we're getting down towards the end of this that you guys want me to rerun, I'm happy to do that. So just let me know. Just don't be shy. Just say, hey, rerun that. Okay. Thank you to D for that. And here we are. This is the last puzzle of the night. Any other letters you guys want to throw out there? Okay, so we already looked at these rings, so I don't need to do anything with those. And then I already offered these pendants, but some of the other pendants I haven't offered yet. So I'm going to show you some of the other pendants. And then if you want me to run them, just yell at me. Thank you for the E. I'll do that. So I already ran the teeny little, where's my brain? Abalone. My brain could not think. Pendant. We already ran that one. And then I ran these three as well. Beautiful pendants. They were all pretty ethnic. Some of them like Native American. So those were beautiful. Okay. So, yeah, this is a more kind of geometric kind of pendant, mother of pearl and abalone. And if anyone's name started with an H, it kind of makes an H. Isn't that cool? And then I'm fairly confident that that is turquoise, 100%. That's turquoise. And bezel set, asymmetrical, and it is marked back there. So that's probably, I don't know, with the bail, about 1.5 inches. So I'm just showing them all to you, and I'll run them if you want me to, but I'm not going to sit and write up a thing if no one wants it. Let me do this E real quick. Ooh, you're going to get lots. It might very well give it away. So there's a letter there, and blah, blah, blah. So, again, it's going to be a play on words. All right. So yeah, we looked at that. If you want me to run them, just tell me. But otherwise, I'm just going to show them to you and move on. Look at this beautiful. This is probably about the size of a $50. Mother of pearl and beautiful kind of, embossed details on there. And the mark on the back says, it says 925, but it looks like it also has a hallmark that says Indonesia 925. So I think that is beautiful, beautiful pendant. This actually is onyx, and it's like a two-sided pendant. You could wear it just like that, is like an inlaid, or you could flip it, and then you've got the little men. It's all sterling silver. If I Google Lens it, it does come up. And then this is a much smaller pendant, but very cute. I'm not sure if that's sodalite or lapis. It's such a small piece that it's hard to find any flecks in it, but I think it's lapis. It just doesn't have many gold flecks in it. And that pink in the heart does, I don't know, it doesn't really look like rose quartz. It kind of looks like something different. My other gem tester, my Presidium pen died, so that's why I'm using my cheap one, my cheap tester, but I still know how to gather information from it. I don't know. It's possible to have a pink jade. Kind of resembles that instead, so I'm not sure. But a teeny little pendant. This is sitting at right at just under an inch. See the back? Okay. Yeah, we're getting close there. Think of some other letters that maybe are common letters that we haven't used. So I'm going to run this really big, chunky necklace with all of these beautiful agate stones. Look how huge those stones are. I mean, I just want to, it's like so satisfying. Cold, heavy, all the things. And of course, it will test as a quartz. Can I see the turquoise? Okay, which one? The turquoise what? The turquoise pendant? This one? Yeah, it's pretty. It's got a mark right there. I can put it on the stack if you want, Jen. So it says 925, but you know, this is older, so it's kind of been beaten up a little. I mean, it functions fine, but yeah, it's a really pretty color though, like of turquoise, I'll have to say. Okay, no problem. Okay. So, all right. So, I mean, gosh, just one of those, this by itself is 1 1/3 inches long. Isn't that crazy? And so we've got some of these caps in here. The only thing I don't love about this necklace is I want to see stuff like this hand knotted. I want to see like Jen talks a lot about like the construction and the quality of craftsmanship in which something is made. This was artisan made by somebody who obviously bought some really beautiful gemstones, but they just put it on a wire that I feel like, I don't know, it just wasn't, to me, it needs to be hand knotted. It's 17 inches long. And it is not sterling silver. When I test all of this, it's just silver tone. But I just like the wire sticks. It just, I feel like it needs to be built better. And what did she say? This for sure. Yes, it just needs something else. It's just not like it just, you can end up just seeing I feel like it needs more, but it doesn't change that the actual stones are incredible. They are so heavy. Yeah, it needs to, when you put some knotting in there, I mean, you can still have caps and then still knot in between, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, this is like 6 ounces of necklace. It's sort of crazy. So I'm going to run that. That's why I made the price so much lower. Although it's beautiful, I just feel like someone needs to take all its components and build it again. I mean, it looks great on the neck. You know, it's beautiful. But when I hold it in my hand, I just feel like it needs more. And Jen says, I agree with all that you said, but they are beautiful stones. Yes, I agree. Is that sterling on the agate? And what is the length? So are you asking, I'm not sure, the sterling? Oh, you're asking about this one. It is not sterling. I tested all those caps and it is only gold, silver tone. But it is 17 inches. So Jen, if you want a project, you can have, see, you'd end up getting that and you'd have all those fantastic things and you could make a new necklace. And then we could all be in awe at whatever you came up with. I'm following you now, so I will keep up. When I get in need of beads, I'll look you up for sure. Well, that's awesome for sure. I'm so glad you popped in and came and joined us for a while, Cindy. That was great. Oh, and now we have Deborah who just popped in. We're just getting to the end of the show, Deborah, but I can rerun anything you see in the store. So definitely go take a look. I hope you're having a good night. Anyways, so our puzzle here. Before you disappear, Cindy, give me one more letter. In solving that, this is the last puzzle of the night. It's a play on words. T and H. T and H. Okay, I'm on it. Okay, so bam, bam. And I think that's the only ones for T and H, but you can give me another letter if you have another one. It's a play on words. So anyways, that's my spiel on that little necklace. It's incredibly heavy. And Deborah, like I said, it's all here. I just have moved it from here to here during my show. So, you just holler at me, or you can just hang out with us too. That's cool. All right. Let me see what else I got here. Lots of necklaces left, I think. I'm going to run this one. This is, I believe, not sterling silver. It's just silver tone. It's got quartz. Let me move it to the stage. It's 18 inches. And they're pearls, actual pearls. These are quartz. But this, I think, is glass because it doesn't really register for me when I test it. It just doesn't move much, which is what glass does. It just won't move much. So I think those kind of creamy ones are glass. But, it's got a little silver tone heart clasp dangle there. And that's what it's looking like on the neck. So it's a $10 start. I'm going to run it now for any takers on that. And someone can throw out another letter if they want. Almost got it solved. The last one of the night. And you see, here's the benefit of sharing your name with me, because Deborah, I met. So when you say huge agate, is this the one you mean? That's the biggest one and the heaviest one. Or did you mean the one that I just ran that we felt like, this also isn't hand knotted, but on the wire must be more significant. It's a fine balance between, stringing it too tight. This is strung perfectly, and whatever wire it's on holds it. Like it feels great in my hand. I don't feel like it needs some. The other one just feels like it, So confirm which huge agate you meant. It's still not that. I'd still not that. Yes, LOL. Yes, the wire is probably stronger and for sure probably thicker. But look at the benefit of knotting a really heavy necklace. Like this is knotted and it's great, like it feels as it should. Okay, lovely. That is stunning. It is. It's gorgeous. That was actually a Kenneth J. Lang. It was before you came in. I ran it earlier. And I didn't know Kenneth J. Lang would sit there and have, because you love it, do you? I just didn't think Kenneth J. Lang would have like natural agate like that. It's interesting. But that's what you find when you run it, Someone give me a letter. I need a letter. And Jen, you said please add huge agate to my pile, please. But I'm not sure which necklace you meant, because this is the hugest one that is the best quality and strung well. These are sterling silver beads. The only thing is the toggle is not sterling silver, which I don't know why they wouldn't have done that as sterling silver, but it still looks great. But you can clarify. I'm not sure. It's not like we won't talk. So the letter B, let's see if it gets us anywhere. It's going to help us. It's going to help us. We're getting close. All right. How about let's do, we just have a couple things left to run. This is hold on, I'm pulling this up here. I believe this is Larimar. I have a question mark on the thing because I think they're both Larimar, but they kind of vary in their color. Like that looks pretty consistent to that, but I guess Larimar can have some real variations where you get some browns in it too. Now, Larimar is not even allowed to be used for making jewelry anymore. So Larimar as a gemstone or a natural stone has become much more valuable or sought after because you're not going to see it as much in jewelry. Now, I don't know the reason why they won't harvest it anymore or use it, but anyways, when you look at this set, you assume it's sterling silver, but it's not. Of course, it came here on a chain that's marked 925. And is it real? No, it's not. I've tested it. It is not sterling silver. The clasp is not sterling silver. The snake chain is not sterling silver. The metal on the artisan-made looking flower is not sterling silver, but it looks it, I'll have to say. And I decided to put these little stud earrings in with it, which to me also look like sterling silver. Bezel set studs, but I tested those as well, and they are not sterling silver. So if you're looking to have a cute little set that's not sterling silver, meaning it's more affordable, I'm running the auction now. It's an $8 start on that for those together. So D's in. And you know what I'm going to do, D? This is not a sterling. It's a snake chain that's marked sterling, but it's not. But I have a newer snake chain that doesn't look like this. I don't know. Doesn't look great. I may try to switch the chain to another snake chain. It'll look better and better match the color because it's got some it's kind of tarnishing. It's not sterling silver, but it's tarnishing. While this has stayed like a nice crisp. Yes, they are unbelievable deals. I would have to agree with you, Sherry. They're great deals. But I may switch out the chain on there and give you another snake chain that's, silver tone, but that kind of matches it a little better. I got you. Don't you worry. Yes, they are incredible deals. And Sherry, I know you're watching over there from YouTube, but we're streaming from District. So here in the District app, there's about 15 people that are here and able to talk in the chat. So we see you, but you can't see our chat. So if you ever wanted to be able to come over and participate in the chat and be able to bid, you would want to come to www.vintagejewelryaddicts.com and you could register. And then you don't even have to bid. You could just come over and talk in the chat, or you can stay on YouTube and watch too, because that's why I stream it to my YouTube channel so that people could just watch, and that's cool too. But I agree. It's good deals. That's what I try to do. And you're not going to find a lot of Larimar as we move forward. So thanks, Dee, for that. And I'll get it cleaned up and looking a little better for you. Okay, I need another letter. I bet you if you guys guessed one more letter, you'd solve the whole puzzle. Let's do some buyer's choice earrings, shall we? Both agate necklaces. The $25 one and the $22 one. Is that what I'm understanding right? Okay, let me grab them. Hold on. but not the $52 one, which is the really big one that is amazing. Okay, so the $25 one is this one. It's beautiful. It does have a sterling clasp there. Yeah, so that's the $25 one. Okay. I'll put that there. And then I think the $22 one is the one that we were talking about that we really feel it needs to be restrung. But the beads are incredible. Incredible. Let me just verify that that's the one you meant. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that one was the 22. So I'll put that over there as well. All right. The letter L. Are we going to solve it now? We just might. Okay, so you want the 22 for sure, but you're not interested in the 25, right? One, the 25 does have sterling silver. I feel like it's strung better, but you're saying you're interested in just the 22, which is this one. Correct? So that one, really, someone needs to just buy it and restring it, or someone who knows how to do that. Got it. Okay. So an L, I bet you're going to get it right now. Again, it's a play on words. Okay. That's where we're at now. You literally can just solve it in the chat. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, I was going to do buyer's choice. So here are some earrings. These are sterling silver earrings and amethyst, and most likely, so because the veining in here is more black, I would guess this is definitely not sterling, because sterling doesn't register on my gem tester at all. It never does. But howlite and magnesite, when they're dyed, they resemble turquoise. And I will have to say that howlite, their veining tends to be more black, and magnesite, the veining tends to be more, that's it. You got, well, it's actually, you didn't spell it right. It's playing on some words. Like it's doing something a little different than what you said. You're so close. But magnesite, the veining is brown. And so here's the interesting thing on this. It's got some brown veining as well as some black veining. So to be honest, I don't know whether it's howlite or magnesite, but it is a natural stone with sterling silver hooks, and they're pretty thick. Like, look how thick those are. Okay. Then we have this earring, faceted amethyst and sterling silver. Okay. And then we have this earring, which is also sterling silver. And it's got kind of like a chip at the top with more of a rounded kind of barrel shape, sort of. So let me pull that up. And I'm going to edit that and make it a $10 start instead of an $11 start. Move it to stage, and some beautiful sterling silver earrings. So starting the auction now on those. And you're close. Oh, because it's trying to correct it for you. Just spell me the part that's in the quotes, and then I'll know what you mean. It's related to, yes, that's it. Unbelievable, because it's playing with the letters. You guys are a team, let me tell you. Yes, it does auto correct it. And there y'all go. Woohoo! You solved all the puzzles tonight. Excellent job. Give yourself a pat on the back, right? Perfect timing. Okay, thanks for looking at those. We've just got a couple things left to run. I'm going to grab this beautiful garnet necklace. This is lovely. Sterling silver. And garnet usually on the gem tester will test, usually really honestly around the same area, like just under quartz, just before quartz. But this particular necklace is chips of garnet, which are kind of very burgundy in color. And then it's got some beautiful natural pearls. Those are actual pearls. So it's 2-strand. It does have a sterling silver clasp. And it's 19 inches long. And I'm moving it to stage now. And $16 start. There, you can see your little pearls right there. And I'm starting the auction now. And there's the clasp close up real quick. You see, I put it up on the thing and then I didn't even lift it so you could see it. How dumb am I? That's like stupid. Like, here, let me put it up here and then you can't even look at it. So I can run it again if you want. But yes, this barely registers on my thing. Oh, so D's in for 16. It's a really cool necklace, D. Chips of, like I said, garnet and the natural pearls, sterling silver clasp. Hold on, I'm trying to get my... Yeah, it's definitely garnet. So there you go. Beautiful. Thanks, Dee. All right. So we're puzzled out and we're almost out of jewelry. And then we're soon going to be out of energy. Yeah, it is definitely unique. You don't often see garnets as chips, I'll have to say. And these chips tend to not quite look like the other chips that we usually see. Whatever bees, welcome in. They are, I don't know, they almost like are a little bit more rounded on the edges. Because we had a lot of necklaces tonight that, like these chips on these were much more jagged and a much softer, if that makes sense. So thank you for that, Dee. If anybody pops in late and they want me to rerun anything, just holler at me. We are going to be finishing up here very soon. We're right towards the end. Thank you for that. I'll be shipping these things out tomorrow. All right, so let's do this agate necklace. Oh, this is in labradorite. Amethyst large bead necklace. This one, I'm about to run it. So let me run it first because I need to offer it to them first. And then I'm sure that's the one you're talking about though. So yeah, these are some, jasper, really uniquely shaped beads there. But then the little leaves in between, they're actually labradorite. And labradorite will give you a little bit of a flash, kind of depending on the angle that your camera hits at. You can see it'll give you a little blue flash, all of that. And so again, it's just those little leaf ones that have the labradorite in them. Some of them give you a different flash depending on how the light hits it. You can see the flash right there. It's just all a little unique. Okay, so this is actually 24 inches in length. The clasp is not sterling. I tested that, it's not sterling. But we also have little teeny black bicone faceted black beads as well. So on the neck, it's looking like that. Pretty cool necklace. I'm going to start the auction now. on, yeah. And even the kind of jasper beads are very interesting for sure. Okay. So thanks for looking at that. I have two things left to run. A set of Buyer's Choice earrings, which I'm missing an earring. There it is. And an amethyst necklace. And I want to say to everyone, go follow my YouTube. If you don't already follow me, go follow me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers and I'm etching closer and closer. Most of you already follow me though. I started off in the YouTube world before I came over to District. I started on YouTube and then I started selling on eBay, which I also do part-time sales on eBay under the same name, Cherish Relics Boutique. And then about a year ago, I came over to District and I did lots of live selling, took a little break and then have just come back to it. Boy, my friend Jen, who's in the chat right now, she literally was the last person to comment, watching over from YouTube. She just hit 1,000 followers. So let's everyone give her a hand clap. Woo for Jen. That's super exciting. I'm trying to slowly but surely get there. All right. These earrings are a Buyer's Choice. Yay for Jen. Okay. They are not sterling silver. I've tested them. And this is the deal of the night. Let me tell you, I literally only made them $5. They are still amethyst. So you still have authentic gemstone there. These are very artisan looking. I should probably charge $10 for those, but I thought towards the end of the show I'd have an amazing deal. I hope so. Thanks, Jen. I hope so. But these are fun. Faceted, kind of upside down teardrops, not sterling silver. Or this option, which is a filigree capped, also amethyst, faceted glass on, you call these lever backs. That's the closure there. Okay. So a $5 Buyer's Choice on any of those. So I started the auction now on that. And Dee's in. I bet you I can guess which one she's going to pick. I know what my favorite is. I actually like both of them, but I definitely like the artisan look about things sometimes. Okay. So it's all you, Dee. Am I assuming? I'm guessing you're going to pick these because I just think they're super nice. Definitely amethyst. Yes, of course. But like I said, not sterling silver. Okay, so, but I think still that was a really good deal because those are beautiful. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to run it again for those. Again, these are still beautiful capped amethyst balls, cap filigree capped, faceted glass, and those gosh, my brain can't even work. Lever back closures on that. And D, I'll just put it right in the bag. You and your daughter can wear purple earrings on the same day. Now, do you ever take any of the stuff you buy from me and do you like sell it? You guys have like a store, right? Or do you use some of it as gifts? So there you go, Dee. You got both of them in there. Awesome. Thanks for that. Okay. And let me see if literally during this actual show, I got one thing to run left. I'm going to run this. Yeah, sometimes I sell it and sometimes I gift it and sometimes I keep it. Yep, love that. And sometimes your daughter borrows it to wear it. And, okay. So what I want to show you guys real quick before I run this last item. Again, if there's anything you guys want me to rerun and you're watching, go check out the store right here and just say it, you got fair warning now to let me know, because in a few minutes I'm going to be shutting it down. But I'm happy to stay on longer if you guys want me to rerun. But I'm going to come here real quick to my YouTube channel, because first of all, I'm going to show you that Jen, my friend, who's on the chat right now, where is she? She just hit, she just hit 1,000 followers. Woohoo! Go Jen! Woohoo! But Jen, she mostly does a lot of lives, reselling absolutely stunning jewelry. She actually is a GIA gemologist trained, like she went like college training or whatever. I don't know if it's like, I guess it's officially not a college degree, but so she's super knowledgeable and a great resource for me. But her and I have become buds over the last, whatever. We both started on YouTube about the same time. But my YouTube channel is a little bit different than hers. My YouTube channel has mostly a lot. You see, I'm live right now. Talking. There we go. Let's shut it down. We don't want to listen to that. But not now. But my channel has a lot of posted videos, like of unboxings. Here's me showing jewelry haul. Like these are a whole bunch of wearable lots. Sorry, you don't need to watch the video. But hours and hours, hundreds of videos of unboxings, unjarrings, jewelry hauls, and often some teaching stuff throughout it. Not that I'm a professional, but I just kind of show you the trades and the things and the tricks that I use in figuring out what things are and testing and all those sort of things. So you'll see hundreds of videos there, but under my live here, I have tons of live shows too. I mean, you could get lost in there forever. But anyways, as of yesterday, I got all the way up to 907. At that rate, it won't be long till I get to 1,000, right? So I know y'all can help me out. Long story short. All right, let's run this last necklace. Gorgeous, beautiful amethyst chunky necklace. Look at so beautiful. Now, this does actually have a 925 hook, but I honestly can't remember if those, or I don't remember if I tested those or not. I kind of feel like I need to test them, because you need to know whether or not those are still earning. So lucky you, right here at the end of the live, you get to see me do some acid testing, which is good for those of you that are new to jewelry. You get to see it happen. So let me move this stuff out of the way. It'll only take me a second to test this. But I need to know how much sterling is in that item that I'm going to offer for sale there. So I know the clasp is. And so the way we test, I buy my acids off, mine are mostly bought off Amazon. These acids can hurt you. They will damage your skin. You do not want to get them on your skin. I just saw Jen the other day in the middle of her live, and she points her finger and she goes, look, and her finger had turned orange or yellow, which is what happens when we get the acid on our skin. And it actually eats it away. You really should wear gloves. You really should. Now, am I going to do that right now? No, because I'm in a hurry. But I have also done this a lot, and I know how to be careful. So I'm going to give you a real lesson. When I test sterling silver, I sometimes I use a white stone, sometimes I use a black stone, and let me explain the two differences of why I usually don't do both, but in this case today I'm going to do both, because I'm teaching you right here at the end of the thing. You're going to get a little lesson. So on the white stone, I already know this hook is sterling. It was previously tested by me, but I'm going to go ahead and scratch it anyways. just so we already know we're going to get a positive result for that one. So if you see there, I've kind of scratched a little bit from there. And what you always want to do then is look where you scratch super close up. And if you see some brassiness in there underneath that isn't sterling silver, that's like a hint that, oh, it's probably just like layered or, whatever. So now I'm not going to test all of these beads and I don't want to damage them. But this one's probably easier for me to get to because it's bigger. A lot of times sterling silver is very soft. So if I do this testing, I'm not going to push crazy hard. I don't want to dent the bead because sterling silver can dent really easy. And I'm not going to go back and forth like long ways very far because, again, I don't want to hurt it. I just need to have a scratch big enough that when the acids hit it, it has enough to give me a result. I got to go a little bit further. Okay. So you can see I've scratched in 2 places there. I'm also going to scratch on my black stone because I'm going to show you 2 different ways that I can test for sterling. And of course, this doesn't want to cooperate with me. I need to like clean the surface because sometimes it ends up not scratching the way I want it to. So hold on. So that one's much better. So I'm scratching here. And then I'm going to take that bead and I'm going to scratch. Now I'm only testing for sterling. If I was testing for gold, I would have to do it differently and do more scratches. And I'm going to tell you right now, my guess is the beads are probably not sterling because they don't scratch the same as that clasp did. Usually the feel of it has a certain feel about it if you do it enough. Like it's not scratching super easy for me. And if you look, the colors of it are a little bit slightly different. I could be wrong. It could be sterling, but it might also be because it was hard for me to grab it. And I don't know, you guys may not care about learning this. Do you guys like watching stuff like this? Because sometimes I get at the end of my lives and I just go off on a tangent. We might as well learn something, right? Okay. So on my white stone, I would use sterling silver acid. You want to make sure that your acids are not too old. Yes, it's helpful. Good. Because if this starts getting to be really dark burgundy and kind of almost brownish, then it's getting too old and it's not going to test effectively. Okay. But when I drip the acid onto those 2 spots, if they are in fact sterling silver, then what I'm going to get is the scratch is going to appear like a burgundy mark. I don't mean like ignore the color of this. This is going to look almost yellow orangey when I pour it on this. But through that, I'm going to show you that the scratch itself will turn burgundy. And we're even going to be able to tell even better that it turned burgundy because we can take a white, paper towel and wipe it off. And that burgundy will show really well on a white cloth when I wipe it up. Okay, so that's my little trick. So that's what color we're going to get when we test on the white using sterling silver acid. So I'm going to do that one first. And you do not want to get this on your fingers, okay? And of course, this wants to drip, and I don't want it to. And look, I just got it on my stone here, which is in fact quartz. I don't want that bleeding like that. Okay. So, my 2 marks were here and here. Oh, you know what? I was wrong on the clasp. It is not sterling. Because look, we're not getting any burgundy on either of them. Let me get something that's sterling silver so I can show you what sterling looks like when we test it. Why has it... I know this one's sterling because I tested it right before our live. Okay, so there you go. Hold on. So if you look at that close up, you see how the scratches have actually turned burgundy. And I want to show you something. When I sit here and I wipe that up, you're going to see burgundy on here. You see that? When I sit and I wipe this up, it's not going to have any burgundy. Okay? You see that? So I must have been typing away and thinking that that was sterling, and it is not. So I need to change. Hold on. No, don't bid. Don't bid. I did not mean to make that run. I was trying to edit it. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to test using 18 karat gold acid, which you can use 18 karat gold acid, and the reaction you're going to get for positive sterling on a black stone is going to be, it's going to turn like a milky blue. Okay. So hold on. I'm going to edit this. Restart auction. Edit. Because if it's not sterling, I'm going to make it just a little bit less. Okay. All right. So now this is 18 karat gold acid. And yes, I use this to test for 18 karat, but it will also give you a test usually accurately for sterling silver. So again, it will turn it like a milky blue. And I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to show you. And there's a bubble there. Hold on. The bubble makes it hard for you to see. And you have a little bit of milky blue there, but I'm going to scratch better for you because I didn't get you a good scratch. It does have some milky blue there on the positive, but you see how the others just turn black? And sometimes when I get a scratch and I feel like I scratch really well and I still don't get a good result, like that's not a great result. It shows that there is some sterling going on there, but I want it to be milky blue, you know what I mean? Then I can sock it up that it's possible that it is, like a silver plated. But you see, sometimes you just have to do a better scratch. And look how good that one looks. Okay. So that is what you get when I say you get this milky blue color using 14 karat gold acid. Okay. So did y'all learn something there? You can do it two different ways. So, all right. And I store all of this stuff away from all metals because what it'll do is it will corrode metals in anything near it. I like ruined my Tiffany lamp over there because I had set like a cloth like this that had a little bit of on it, and it literally overnight it had like started to corrode my friggin' lamp. I couldn't believe it. I was so mad. So there you go. I hope that's helpful. And I'm glad we did that because I discovered that I must have had looked at a different class, but I don't know how I made that mistake because it's not like me to have that incorrect. Anyways, here we go. Last one. So these are, in fact, amethyst. Amethyst is a type of quartz. And look at these huge, yes, it tests, definitely. Huge, chunky, gorgeous beads. And, a lot of times amethyst doesn't have all these other colors in it. Jen will be the one to tell you, you can definitely get variations in the stones. They're not always going to be, explain why there, Jen. Save the Tiffany. What did you say? What did you say? What does that mean? Oh my God, save the Tiffany. I don't know what that means. Why is it then when it's all amethyst from the acids, LOL? Save the Tiffany. I don't know what that means from the acids. Oh, saving the Tiffany lamp. Hold on. You guys are going to take a field trip right now. Hold on. Stay there for 1 second. I got to move it out so you can see, because I've got all this stuff over here. And I had like set something there and it was the worst. But look at this. Save the Tiffany lamp. Yes. Do you see this? All I had done was set the paper towel on it. And it was like even in the air, because you can even have little specks of it up here that have part of the metal that have like little dots where it's been damaged. And all I did one night was set the towel there. I was so mad. So Jen, why do they get to be so different? Because obviously amethyst can be just like purple, but then it's also amethyst, but it has what makes it where this is less translucent, because some amethyst can be really translucent, and it's got all these other colors in it. Just obviously this is cut like geometric shape, so you're probably getting like angles where it's like versions of banding or something, but anyways, this necklace is 22 inches. Loveliness. There you go. I'm asking her because she's like a GIA gemologist. She knows the answers to all of them. I'm running the auction now for any takers on the beautiful amethyst that is not sterling silver, we know. But it's got some incredible beads. These are just glass faceted beads. There's your thing right there. 2 seconds, 1 second. Iron in, you see, this is what I mean. She knows all the answers. And of course, we get this answer from her. Genius Jen. Iron in the host rock to give it that pinkish color. Okay, so there's a host rock, okay, where amethyst is created in the earth. The host rock can affect how it presents itself, I guess is what you're saying. So is amethyst that has these different colors like this more valuable than the solid purple? Or is it just personal preference? I'm going to put this on your stack, by the way. Darker and clearer the color is more gem grade. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Well, okay, sports fans, we have done it all. We finished it. I have no jewelry left to show you. And I hope you've enjoyed hanging out. I'm glad you guys came to hang out with me. If you ordered, I'm going to get everything shipped out tomorrow. There were some people that I wrote and I said, hey, do you want me to hold on to your thing? And they didn't actually write me back, but I just held on to it anyways, because, you just never know. And I wanted people benefit from progressive shipping. So it'll all go out tomorrow. And I really haven't established a set time yet here in Vintage Jewelry Addicts yet, but it's looking like I'm probably going to do a Tuesday, Thursday kind of thing weekly, because that tends to be where there's some gaps in the schedule. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, and there's some very established and great sellers here on this marketplace, and I just want to make sure that I'm not getting in the way of what their normal times are. So I'm new to this market, so I'm happy to be here, and now I'm happy to say goodnight to everyone. So thanks for coming. And Jen, I will reach out to you tomorrow. Oh, you're most welcome, Dee. It was fun. And goodbye there's some people may have already left to go to sleep, but thanks for all of you that helped solve the puzzles too and participated in the chat. Go follow my YouTube page. Bye, you guys. Later. Take care.